By the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I remain George Onyeibe. I am from Abo is in Delta State, and every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, we must move ahead to acknowledge the Creator. Chukwu Kikabiama, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. For we understand that there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. And so we are not here to just make sure you know the path. We want to make sure that together we will walk through this road. It may be lonely. It may be convoluted. Of course, we understand there will be challenges. But believe me, our heart is ready even unto the end. Of course, I will not proceed until we acknowledge the Creator. Ibuchukwu boge madwe. Ibuchukwu boge madwe. Anya neluwam. Ibuchukwu obinigwe. Ibuchime. Ibuchukwu boge madwe. Ibuchukwu onye na-agwọ ọrịa m analego. Ibuchukwu onye na-echi ikpe ziri ezi agbanwe o. Ibuchukwu onye na-eme mma Ibuchime. Ibuchukwu boge madwe. Ịmana anyị na-aja gị mma o maka n'eziokwu n'ịbụ sọ mma ịhụnanya anyị na gị obiọma gị ujuru anya dadio inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o. Ise. And of course, on this segment, as always, our team remain back to your root. Back to your root. And this is one word that we have battled with as a result of our mind and brain being deformed by the influence of the imperialists, the colonial terrorists. We reject and we deny everything that we're supposed to be proud of, our heritage, our culture. We reject them. We shy away from them because somebody somewhere demonized them. But of course, we are here to make sure you understand who they really were. You understand what they truly represent. And I can assure you our ancestors are not evil. If they were genuine men that walked this earth, it is the ancestor of the black people. If they were any genuine human being, sincere human being who can say the truth, it is the black man. It doesn't matter how you want to view this matter. Black people, as hopeless they can be, as primitive as they can be classified, as low IQ as you want them to be, they remain the only sincere people that have walked this earth. And you know what? I tell you, they are the true angel. There is no breed of Homo sapiens who is not a terrorist. Only black people. Chinese are ravaging the whole of Africa. So is China. America have done their own. So is France, Europe, Arabian. These people have terrorized Africa. Africa has not terrorized anybody. At least not any history we know about. And it makes me go, I don't know. When somebody say, my ancestors is evil. But the person who came with Bible and raped your mother and adopted them as slaves, they are holy. Is that what you are telling me? And I tell you, if you are part of those people who believe your ancestors is evil, I will advise you to log out because you're not going to enjoy this broadcast. The only people who have not conquered anybody, the only people who are satisfied with the way they farm themselves, the only people who allow themselves to be bamboozled to the extent that the Fulani think he can hold Nigeria to himself. For British government, I pity you. But of course, we are here to cure everybody. We are here to make sure we all know the truth, we embrace the truth, and our true color be made manifest for all to see. We have a mandate. We have a job to do. Back to your root. Gone are those days when you say back to your root. They say, oh, he's evil. He wants to divert us. Are you pushing us from Jesus Christ? No, he cannot go back to our root. Our root is evil. Your root is evil, not mine. I can assure you that. And having said that, our team remain back to your root. Back to your root. Our leaders say a people without the history, a people without the knowledge of where they are coming from, these people can never know where they are going to. And that is why I will come out now in a modern day like this, in a broad daylight, as mature as I am. I will tell you that I'm from South. Coming from South and going to South because I don't know my father. Gonna do this anyway. And of course, we have been following a series for some time now. And the topic remains the essential way of induction to the modern way of indoctrination. We are looking at the difference or the similarity between induction and indoctrination. I have tried to make you understand that when you are being inducted, you are being prepared to be able to survive a particular environment. They do not take the essence of your being, but they help you to take your own totality and survive in that environment or terrain. Let me rephrase so I can be able to refresh your mind. For instance, when you are employed to work in a company, in a firm, the first thing you do, the first lecture you take, the first introduction is known as induction. They take you around the facility. They tell you, on these houses, don't do this. On this here, do this. On this time, do that. They instruct you on what to do. And if you are able to keep to those ethics, you will not have problem with anybody. That is induction. Before you work in any major company, you must be inducted. Induction does not release the essence of your being, but it helps you to take your totality and be able to function. That is why in IPOB, the first thing we do is to induct you. We don't take who you are from you. We don't take your personality from you. People must understand this. We are not here to train people how to behave. We are not here to train people how to coordinate themselves. We are not here to run your family for you. We are not here to tell you how to feed. We are here to tell you how you must use that your wisdom for the good of all. Induction. Our father knew this truth. Our ancestors knew the truth. So from the day you were born till the day you become a man, you are properly inducted. And then as an old man, you can be able to guide the next generation. Let us take it a little bit backward. Have you noticed that all the Biafran land, the whole of Biafra land, from Igede to Iyala to Idoma to Igala to Mbito, Rumba, Nombise, Abo, Kwali, Otolopo, Akumazi, Oweri, Ogoni, Wakrike, Kalabare down to Pie, Patani, Yanogwa, all the way to Robo Shekiri. There is no part of Biafra land that will country of their mother that the next one is not Igbo. I repeat again, there is nowhere in Biafra land, from Edo to Delta, from Delta to Bayelsa, from Bayelsa to River, from River to Cross River, from Cross River to Ebonyi, from Ebonyi to Enugu, from Enugu to Anambra, Anambra to Imo, Imo to Abia. There is no part of Biafra land you will count three of your mother that the third one is not Igbo woman. Today you allow Fulani and Yoruba to deceive you. Hey, I can't marry Igbo, I'm not Igbo, but you are Igbo. At the end of the day now, they are coming to take our sister. You think we are idiots as they want you to believe, and then all of them are after Igbo woman's skirts? Don't you get it? We were properly indoctrinated. All of you. From Asari Dokobo to the next Siken Saruwiwa. All of you, before you count your mother, three of your mother from your present mother, all of them are Igbo women. But I don't blame you. Nigeria has done us evil, abomination. But believe me, you cannot be delivered with milk and honey. Why do they do that? There are a lot of things you don't know about our woman. You're happy. Atiku has our sister, is marrying our sister. Yoruba is marrying our sister. May the Lord have mercy upon all of you. May the Lord have mercy upon all of you. The last line of our defense is being taken. These people don't just want our land. These people don't just want the oil. These people are meticulously and calculative, bastardizing our blood lineage. Don't you people get it? Today you have a lot of lunatic yapping from the both sides of their mouth because their blood have been washed down with that of Fulani. But you will not get it. I tell you to deliver Biafra, to restore Biafra nation, that it might look the way it was in the beginning. A lot of overhauling need to be done, and it has started already. It doesn't matter how you feel. Everybody will feel the pain. Everybody will know the pain. Everybody will know the truth. And in the end, both the Fulani, both the terrorists, both the Boko Haram, both the idiot, all of you will be free. That is why we are here. in one of Mazi Mefo broadcast. I feel his pain. I feel his pain. I feel his pain. He saw the failure of the church. He saw it himself. He feel it himself in a time like this. But you won't understand anyway. That is induction. They teach you how to survive. Everybody is rushing Igbo. But don't you respect us? And then our people don't understand. The next time we fly. Hey, I'm married to Japan. Hey, I'm married to you. I say kudo. May the Lord be with you. Benedictions do us in Sakula. But of course, I will proceed to the other similarity today. You call it indoctrination. Indoctrination, unlike induction, takes your will from you. Indoctrination, unlike induction, takes your will from you. They tell you do this, do that without explanation. That is why you see a lot of Fulani idiots are killing for Allah. They don't know Allah. They can't speak Arab. But they are there killing their sisters and their brother just to get 27 virgin in heaven. Because they were properly indoctrinated. You see them slaughtering a fellow human being. You see in Nigeria now it's no longer news. You have all gotten used to killing. National Assembly is afraid. Everybody is afraid because some group of idiots were indoctrinated. You kill this infidel and you go to heaven. This is the handwork of the British government. They usually change their pattern of terrorizing, but we are following them up. All of you are on social media on daily basis. One useless idiot Fulani that cannot wash his teeth will take knife and cut somebody's throat. And when he's doing it, he'll be saying, Allah Kubara, Allah Kubara. Then I do, so then they are going to heaven. But they will burn in hell. They don't know a single chapter in Quran. They don't know anything about Muhammad. They neither can read nor write Arabic or Aramic or any language. These people are miserable people, but they were properly indoctrinated. That is why they wear grenade, they wear explosive material. They go to everywhere and bomb everybody. But their mind, they thought they are going to heaven. We were all indoctrinated in that way. When you say you are, as a Biafran, you are telling me you are in Nigeria. If you are not a thief, that means you have been properly indoctrinated. Because I see a lot of people, you say, no, we are Nigeria, we are one Nigeria, but you don't even know what Nigeria is all about. You were properly indoctrinated, or you are a thief. Because your politicians know the truth. They are all armed robbers. When they tell you they are Nigeria, go and ask them. It is the alert they check, their bank account. Without the oil to steal the oil, there will be no Nigeria. Without the oil in Biafra land, British government will not be trying to form a closer tie with Nigeria. It's all about the oil, the natural resources there. And so if you are a Biafran in a time like this, you're still telling us, oh, we are Nigeria, we the Nigeria. You have been properly indoctrinated, programmed for self-destruction. I could assure you that, because you have nothing to gain, but you have everything to lose. And so the difference between indoctrination and induction is that inductions helps you to remain who you are, and they teach you how to survive in your environment. But indoctrination takes up who you are from you and teach you how to be a fool for the rest of your life. And I hope you can understand that. That is why most of you are busy sending Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire. Every spirit of poverty, Holy Ghost fire. Every spirit of hunger, Holy Ghost fire. Every spirit of unemployment, every spirit of lack of husband. Why has this spirit not pursued Boko Haram? Oh, this is a Holy Ghost fire. Why have you not pursued Boko Haram? Because you don't have sense. That is why Nigerian leaders will come out and say, let us pray to God to tie our road for us. Let us pray to God to give us electricity. We have to pray to the Almighty God to build police station for us. Yes, let's pray for God to make us live in comfort. Do they ever pray to tie any street in America? Do they ever pray to build Japan? Was it through prayer that China got to the level where they are? Did Ghana pray to get to the level where they are today? But you have been properly indoctrinated. And so I don't blame you. I hope you will be able to wake up on time. Having said that, from the day we were born, our parents begin to induct us. First of all, we have looked at the moment you are born. into a community, the following procedure begins to take place. You are introduced to the kind of food you eat. The kind of food you eat. I made you to understand. Go back and check your ancestors. These are the best doctors that have walked this earth. The best discoveries. Nobody have food up to Biafran people. Nobody. Not even in Africa. Nobody have variety of food compared to Biafran people. When I look at Japan and other places where you are having all these diseases, I cannot believe that people will be drinking lifeblood. That people will be eating meat that has not been cooked. That some people will be eating reptiles, mosquito, cockroaches, and you tell me you give vitamin K and vitamin Q. What? Oh my God! We don't go close to these things. We select our food. God understands the need. That is why He made food for carnivorous and other food animal. Different species have their own kind of food. God understands what our DNA is. That you cannot chop chocolate morning and night as a black man and remain alive. You will have incurred disease worse than coronavirus or Toyota Corolla. You will have disease worse than that. But I can assure you that no Caucasian man can swallow apple 3 tablets every day and remain a Caucasian man. He will go for operation because he can't go to toilet. There is not about you being superior or inferior. It is about what God have designed. But of course, if you don't believe in God, how will you understand? Our parents took time to sample the food that match our DNA and hear a lot of cock-a-boot story. Yes, they said that the black DNA is the one that started or gave birth that mutate all that DNA around the globe. But yet they said the black DNA, only 2% is used for medical research. So who is deceiving who here? Who is deceiving who here? Let me not digress further anyway. And then having been able to introduce the kind of food that is good for our body, they move ahead to introduce a means of communication. Africans are so rich in communication. Do you know that almost from the letter of bread to the end of German, they speak the same language? The whole German speak the same language. But most people don't know that only a car dialect is 474 dialects. Only a car where I come from. A very tiny community. This is not sign of weakness. This is not sign of disunity. I can tell you this is the sign of wisdom. This is the sign of knowledge. Our ancestors understand this. In the multitudes of these diversities of languages or dialects, they still communicate freely. They never needed interpreter until the invaders came. They were communicating. There was nobody there interpreting between Ijo and Igbo man. Did I say Igbo man? Nobody interpreting for Ijo, Mbiama to Patani, Patani to Yenogwa, Yenogwa to Urubu, Urubu to Ishakiri, Ishakiri to Mbano, Mbano to Owere, Owere to... Nobody was interpreting. They understand themselves. This was extraordinary knowledge. There was no need for religion, for they had spirituality in its highest order. Our ancestors understand this. Alionia won't do. They couldn't conquer us because they couldn't break the code of our language. Nsoma abo kika ni amare ni Igbo Igbo. Nsoma abo kika ni onwene karota hini yereku. Unless na orogodoku eno mo yake no sui yamani heri meni. But Igbo yake raso. They were able to guide every one of their territory. And you know, when you watch European film, to make you discourage you from your language, when they want to at Africa, they will now say African communicate this way. Ahu, aha, ahu, aha. Go and watch those films. They are showing black people. They present us as a monkey and babu. And then when they come, they say, yes, who are you? Then they will tell you that your ancestors now say, agaragudu, ugugugu, aha, hu. Go and look at the way they present our language. But this is the language of heaven, I must tell you. And so, because they told you that your ancestors make sound like chimpanzee, ahu, aha, ahu, aha, ahu, aha, ugugugudu, agadagada. And then you abandon your language and you are speaking grammar for me and you want me to respect you. I'm sorry, I will not do that. Our fathers understand that Alionia won't do. Your language is your power. Your language is your power. They will respect your territorial integrity if you insist on speaking your language. All those people came and speaking English for us. And now look at us here. African can't even communicate to each other again. It's either you are Francophone or Anglophone or Arabophone. So who are we in the end of the day? But of course, we will recover all and we will not lose anyone. Those who understand the importance of this induction, Chinese can speak English, but they rather say chan chon chon wen. They rather use it than to speak English when it comes to official issue. Indian can speak English, but they rather die in their dialect when it comes to official matter. You think they are stupid? But of course, we will come to a stage where we will choose a language in Biafra land to be our official language. We will fight over it because some people will say, no, we want it to be Jaw. No, it cannot be Igbo. Igbo want to dominate. But you will not apply your reasoning to your senses. Today, Fulani have been able to enslave the whole Nigeria with Hausa language. They didn't use Fufude. They understand that Hausa language is the highest spoken Hausa, at least in this West African region. To their own region, they adapted it. Fulani, as corrupt they are, would have adapted Fufude. But they knew. Today, look at them. They conquered Hausa completely. Though their language still is official. Wake up, brother. Our fathers, our ancestors knew this truth. And having done that, they inducted their people a manner of dressing. That is where we are going to look at this evening. The manner of dressing. They teach you how to eat, how to feed yourself so you can remain alive. And the moment you have grown of age, there is need for you to be able to communicate. They teach you language. You are inducted. And the moment you are used to this language, they move to the next stage. They teach you how to dress. Dressing has spiritual as well as physical influence, which most of you don't know. Every day as we look into day-to-day activity, I weep. How ignorant the religious leaders are. How they have focused on preaching tithe and offering and deviate from the true gospel. Our ancestors understand the difference between dressing. Let me try to break it down. The Bible in the book of Genesis talks about the 12 sons of Jacob. And one of them, who was the first son, for some reason, his family was not stable. He had two sons who married a wife, and the son died because the Bible says sinned against God. The younger one was now asked to go and pregnant the wife of his brother in order to raise up children for his own brother. He started doing magic. And those of you who understand your Bible, the Bible said that God killed that same son. And Judah were left without a son. But one of the Judah wife was desperate to have a son for his late husband. So she pretended like a prostitute. And Judah went to sheep shearing according to the Bible. On his way back, he felt like patronizing a prostitute because he felt he had seen a prostitute who was sitting under a particular tree. He went onto the woman, not knowing that woman was the daughter-in-law. He gave his staffs and his rod to that woman, his singlet or bangle to the woman. And some months later, the woman took in and came to him. And the family were angry and said, we are going to stone you, daughter-in-law. So this is what you have been doing. Who pregnanted you? He told them it's Judah. And he brought out the staff and the bangle. And said, the owner of this pregnanted me. And Judah knew of the truth. He was the one. And now, I'm not bringing up the story, but I want you to learn something there. Judah would have not gone out to the daughter-in-law, except he has thought that woman is a prostitute. Now, what I want you to understand is that in the ancient day, only prostitutes covered their head. Prostitutes dress like Catholic nuns and monks or whatever they call. They dress like all these Fulani women. Prostitutes in the ancient time are the ones that mask themselves. In those days, to know a prostitute, they cover their face and sit under the tree. But it's amazing today now that you who are prostitutes, who are not prostitutes now, the one dressing like prostitute, blessing of God cannot come to you. A woman is not supposed to cover her head the way you are covering your head. Go back to and watch our ancestors. But you won't understand this thing. All of a sudden it changed. Do you know that as a king or a head of a family, you don't pull your cap when you are praying according to our ancestors? Now, let me tell you, according to the Jewish tradition, it is said that there is an order that comes out from man, like every other animal. The angel cannot come close to you as a man when you leave your head open. And so the people of God, every man is expected to cover his head. When they are praying, they are supposed to cover their head. But who made you to be opening your head? I see some Igwe or I don't know what I will call them. They went to church and pastor want to pray. They remove their cap. You think that is how to honor God? You are not honoring God. The moment you remove that cap, you allow people to curse you and you allow people to bless you. But when you wear your cap, your authority remains with you. Only God can decide your fate. Don't you know the few times Buhari went to Redeemed Christian Church before he died? Do you notice he doesn't pull his cap? But you have lost all this knowledge. They say, remove your cap, let us pray. Who said that to me? You don't do that. That is why you see the Judaist Christo, or how do they call them? The Shabbatarian and Orobotarian. They put that small cap on their head. They don't remove it for any bagger. That cap, remember, that cap our leader used to wear. They don't remove it for any bagger. But if you don't know, he say, man, we want to pray, remove it. Let's respect God. You are the one disrespecting God. Our ancestors understand that in as much as your dressing speaks volume about you, they also speak spiritually. And that is why there are certain traditional clothes that cannot be played with. God gave Moses instruction on how the temple should be built. He specifically told them how to design the curtain. He told them the thickness. He told them the material. God was not that jobless to be narrating those things because they played a role. Go back to your Bible. Look at all the cloth the Roman legionnaire put on. All the emperor, all the pope. You will understand that color have a role to play. And the material have a role to play. Go back to the ancient Egyptian. They were unique and known for white linen. White linen. In the time of the Rome, you begin to hear about scarlet, purple, blue, and the rest of it. Color have a role to play. Material have a role to play. And then when you come to our ancestors, you begin to hear of Akwete. Akwete. They inducted us. When I lost my mother, I went home for the burial. And I never know this culture until that day. They assembled us out and gave me the Akwete, the white wrapper. I thought all of them were the same because all of them are white wrapper. We call it Akwete. And I tied my own. But I noticed everybody that came to that burial knew who I was. Because when they want to go, they come to the first son. And I was actually staying in isolation. I am not missing with people. But I keep wondering, who is directing them to me that I'm the first son? After all, my brothers, they are all bigger than me. So how do they know that I'm the first son? And I call my younger sister. I say, who is directing these people to me? My sister say, brother, now you're a rapper. Now they are quite the way you tie. I was like, you don't mean it. So that cloth we were tying on my mother's burial day said who is first son, who is second son, who is third son, who is first daughter. The cloth has explained all of us. But all these ones you don't know. A lot of people think it's fashion. You can incur curse by dressing wrongly. You can incur blessing. Let me tell you how it works. I am a civilian. Imagine I go and wear brutal clothes as an army man. And somebody discover I'm not an army man. Do you know what that is? That is impersonation. Do you know the gravity of offense or punishment to be meted upon that people? Like the Sudan in Aso Rock, the Sudanese in Aso Rock. That is impersonation. I come out now, wear wig like a lawyer. Do you know it's an impersonation? I will pay dearly for it because I'm not a lawyer. But is it not cloth? Do you know a lot of mechanics have been arrested because they misplaced them to be mad people? The same way it occurs in the physical, it has a role to play in the spiritual. That is why when our ancestors was taken as slaves to the Caribbean and wherever they took them to across Europe and America, they made them go naked. Our people, black people, have not been delivered from that stupidity. They are even growing worse. Our women dress half naked. They think it's fashion. This is emblem of slavery, emblem of shame and disgrace. Anytime you dress and you open your bumble, you open your breast, you are actually reminding the European, the colonial masters, the terrorists that you are still the animal they have reduced you to. That is why they never have respect for you. Don't you see how Indian women dress? But you think you are hot. Benedictions do worse in secular. But of course, for you to understand the role they are playing, they make sure that you can't even afford your attire. Do you know that God described how we will be dressed in heaven? Don't you see that it's very important? In one of these series, we will look at the art of defilement. That is when you will understand some of these things happening today. Today, we cannot wear our traditional clothes as black people, because they condition the economic system to make our traditional cloth very expensive. You can't buy it. To get a senator now, our traditional cloth they call senator as a design. You will spend between 7,000 to 10,000 naira. But do you know that with 3,000 naira you can buy 50 jeans and 50 polo? With this hardship there, how can you go for senator? You begin to buy jeans. You begin to buy jeans, mark of slave. Our ancestors understand this truth. We can't even protect ourselves. We can't protect our land. Is it our dressing that will protect you? Yoruba understand this truth. Hausa understand this truth. That is why I can assure you, only political Yoruba or Hausa will wear Igbo cloth or Ijo cloth. When you see Yoruba, Hausa dressing like Igbo or Ijo or Biafra man, watch it. They are targeting something. They despise you. It's difficult for you to accept, but this is the truth. But we are the one who don't have sense. Alahaji, Eje Kanon Pama, Alahaji, incurring costs on the whole generation. Induction. When Ekweremadu went to Germany to do ELG, he understand the role Isiagu play. But they understand how Nigeria will consider him. So he wear Nigeria Isiago. You think these people don't know what they are doing? I will stop there because of time. But understand that you need to be inducted in your way of dressing. When our leader was here in Biafra land, going community to community, evangelizing the whole place, he understand that any territory he must enter, he must show identity. Do you think the Catholic Church are stupid when they have different clothes for knight, for reverend father, for bishop, for pope, for archbishop? Do you think Ogomo don't have sense when they wear those clothes they wear? Do you think Omoteko don't have sense when they wear that Yoruba traditional bulletproof? I will stop there. We look at another one this evening. The moment you have been able to introduce you the way you should dress. They understand that you have to move ahead. And this time, they show you the community boundary. Then you are a man. You can dress. The next stage of induction is to take you around the community. Your father will take you, first of all, show you community land. You know them. They show you the boundary. Every community in Biafra land have a unique tree we use to make boundary. Ikwere have their own tree. Agbo, where I come from, the tree we use to make boundary, we call it Egbo. We call that tree Egbo. I don't know what you call it in your village. You don't uproot it, you don't cut it anyhow because it's the boundary tree. These people are so intelligent that they know a tree. Once they see that tree, they don't plant it anywhere except for boundary purposes. They show you your boundary. and say, see this land, see this land, see this land. There was no measuring tape there, but they know their land. That is why you are able to know that Idoma in Benue State is the same people as Iyala in Cross River State. That is why you know there is no difference between the Igbo man in Ebonyi State and the Igbo man in Benue State. That is why you know that the Abo man in Edo State and the Abo man in Delta State is the same thing. That is how you know that we can come from Ekusigo, Mbose, Mbitoru, Mbano. Everybody is one. Alinwoke. They induct you. The Bible made it clear. Do not adjust the ancient boundary. Do not. But Nigerians broke this law. They adjusted the boundary. And if we help them, there are consequences for it. Today they are coming to adjust our boundary, renaming our land. Nobody can speak up. They have changed the name of Ibuzo to Ibusa. That should be in 2015. Nigeria rewrite the name Ibuzo in Delta State to Ibusa. Our leader came on air and started warning them. They have changed your name to Ibusa. If you do not change it back now, they will tell your children in future that they are from Sambisa, Busa. Go and change it before the youth of that community rose up and rewrote it to Ibuzo. They are now changing the boundary. People are fighting because they know where the boundary is. People are fighting because they are paid to cause commotion by adjusting the boundary. But I tell you, if you are there adjusting boundary line, you are placing a curse upon yourself and the next generation. God is interested in boundary. That is why the Bible says, do not adjust the ancient boundary. Aliloke. Aliloke. You can see two communities. Rain will be falling on the other community. Inside one community, rain will be falling on one part, but rain will not fall on the other part. It is because there is a boundary. There is a spiritual boundary in that community. Have you not seen it? You are on this side of the community, rain is not falling. But on the other side of the community, rain is falling. That is because there is a spiritual boundary that must have been misplaced by the people. But God recognizes it. That is why no matter what you do to take away Jerusalem, Jerusalem will always fall back to the owner. It doesn't matter who occupies it today. Because this is the city of the Creator. They indoctrinate you. They show you your boundary. We never have boundary dispute in Biafra land until Obasanjo came and introduced structural boundary adjustment program. Whatever name they call it. They start moving boundary. Just to suit their selfish and evil desire. But if we stick to this boundary, you will see the benefit of it. The Europeans, the colonial terrorists know this truth. That is why almost every community in Europe is a country. Is the whole of France bigger than Abo? Can somebody tell me that Poland is bigger than Abo? Can you come out here and tell me that Italy is bigger than Anambra State? They understand the need for this boundary. Can somebody tell me that Germany is bigger than South Middle Belt? But you do not understand. And so you are still glamoring. Divide us more. Divide us more. Let me tell you a little bit secret before I bring it. I draw the curtain here. When they discovered that dividing us will weaken us, they didn't understand or consider that everything that have negative also have positive. And so Biafra land was first of all divided into three. The southern Cameroon, the Amazonian, were cut off completely, converted to Francophone. And then here in Nigeria, they divided us into two regions. The the Midwestern state and the Eastern region. There was nothing like South and Southeast, bottom line and river line. And then having divided us, we in the Midwestern state were properly indoctrinated. That is why I'm Igbo man, but I'm not Igbo man. That is why I'm Nyocha man, Obuluku man, Ibuzo man, Obio man, Ogwasiuku man, Okwane man. They will tell you they are not Igbo. May the Lord have mercy on all of you. We were properly indoctrinated. And then you have the Eastern region. What they did in the Eastern region was to begin to pieces them. They divided the Eastern region into three, creating Cross River State and River State. And then the eastern state. Then later on, they say, no, the eastern state is still too strong. They now break it, Moritola break it into what you have today, before the creation of Ebonyi. They went to Anambra, cut off Enugu state. From Anambra, cut off Imo state. From Anambra, cut off Abia state. Before from Enugu, they cut off Ebonyi state. Moritola Mohammed, Moritola Mohammed, Moritola kere Imo state, Moritola kere Anambra state, Moritola kere Enugu state, Moritola kere Abia state, Moritola kere Ebonyi state, Moritola kere Niger Delta, Niger, all of them. What a shame. But that is not where I'm going to. They did all these things for one single purpose. Weaken them. Weaken these people that they cannot come together again. And when they are done dividing the Biafran heartland into Penny and Kobo, they moved to Cross River. Divided it into Akwa Ibom and Cross River. They moved to the other side. They divided it into River and Bayelsa. But they soon discover something. The more they divide, the more development come. Now, in Southeast, you have 5 states. In South now, you have 5 states, which is 10. This region used to have 1 television, but trying to weaken them gave them 10 television. And now I hope somebody is understanding what we are saying. They say, these people are developing. The whole of the Eastern region used to have 1 radio. But dividing them into 10 fractions, give them 10 radio. This would have given them 10 airports, 10 seaports. They say, hold on. So they didn't divide Bender State. And as big as Bender State as a region is, they have only 1 television, only 1 radio station. They butcher it into 2. Before we now have 2 TV stations and 2 radio stations. Have 2 airports. But if we were 1, we would have remained 1. They now say, no, don't divide state again. Don't divide state. He's developing them. They don't want us to develop anyway. So what they wanted to do was to destroy the whole boundary. But it's giving us development. So in case you are wondering why they have not yet divided Anambra state, why they have not divided Delta state, why they are not divided any other state, is because they will not divide it. They see it's bringing development. Of course, I have to stop here. We will continue from this series next time. But having said all these things, we were inducted on how to live. First of all, focus on the issue of dressing. When there is occasion, dress like a Nwadiane. Dress like a son of the soil. Understand it has spiritual role to play. Go back and ask your father and your mother question. Our leader starts shouting, if your mother tied to rapper, if your mother tied to rapper, if your mother tied to rapper. That was dressing. That was identity. That brought us together. Today some people will come and say, am I a Biafran? And I will say to them, does your mother tie to rapper? He say yes. I say then you are a Biafran. Biafrans wake up. And secondly, you go back and find out everything you need to know about the boundary of your place. No matter what happened, no matter where you go, our ancestors made sure that everything we need to know and to survive in our own land is given to us. The land of Biafra will swallow the Fulani and any other idiot that want to take over our land. And that is only when you understand Umena Allah and Odena Allah. I will be back in a minute.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords a people the platform on which to predict their future. Though, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the Radio Biafra. London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Nandekano is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, it's our mentor. Biafra is for real. Yeah. We will keep on fighting till the end. Now.
Anything you hear on Radio Biafra is the gospel truth.
I had a voice right in the air, sounding like a thunder, calling for for my freedom, yeah. Now I conquer. I had a voice hiding, yeah, telling me to listen. Biafra's freedom is play, it's telling me Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home, my home, my home. For many years after the war, yeah, we be praying to Kike to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Ojukwu. Until I wake up one day, one morning, I tune to my radio 102.1 FM, radio Biafra. All I had is love.
The people cannot predict their future if they do not know their past.
Yeah. Nandekano's voice. I had a voice like him, yeah. Sunday like a Sunday, calling for my freedom, yeah. Now I conquer. I had a voice like him, yeah, telling me to listen. Biafra's freedom is play, it's telling me Biafra is mine. Biafra is mine.
Yes, of course, at this moment our lines are open, and of course regarding the issue we have just treated, you are free to make your own contribution. Of course, you are free to criticize, you are free to point to all of us more direction, because there is so much about our culture and tradition that we have neglected in the past, and as a result of this, our enemies are empowered to bring us down to our knees, but we will not remain there forever. Our lines are open. I must assure you, you are Biafran anywhere you are in the world. Let this gospel touch your mind. Imagine your children. They don't even know your father's house. They were born in diaspora. They grew in diaspora. They schooled in diaspora. And they don't even know your father's house. They may know the address. But I can assure you, if we are not careful, full animal will be there to welcome them. Our fathers didn't do this. Some of you think your village is hateful. Oh, there are winch. Why don't you winch them back? They winch you winch them back. But of course, you just don't have value for it. Look for IPOB family closer to you and join. Look for IPOB family closer to you and join as a Biafran. I must assure you. At this moment, just send us your name, your location, and your phone number. Just 3 of this. Your name, your location, and your phone number. And of course, we will direct you to the nearest coordinator who will attend to you. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614. And caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Of course, as always, you have the Zoo Epileptic Network, but we are not in a hurry. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening from
Good
here.
morning. I am Chinedu. I'm calling from Olo. Chinedu Eze. Kenedum. I thank everybody, more especially the principal officer. I thank God for our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Ukwu. I thank God for the successful burial of the parents. Thank God I was also there. I witnessed everything that happened. I thank God for everything. We also thank God for proving to us that He is God. Based on what you have said, directing us back to our roots. It is very, very obvious. And to God be the glory. Even there was a time that even when somebody falls sick, when you go back home, that person will regain his health if he's sincere. So what you said, unless if that person's hand is not clear, then they will be afraid of going home. But once your conscience is clear, our home remains our home.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people must understand there is a need why our fathers teach us how to dress. If you are in the military, as an army man, you are taught how to dress. As a police, you are taught how to dress. As a doctor, you are taught how to dress. Do not think our ancestors were stupid. They have a reason. There was a spiritual as well as physical benefit. The same way they show you your boundary land. You go to Elele in Port Harcourt, you have Hausa Fulani community. And they give you Conquest story why they settle there. And this is exactly what they want to replicate everywhere in Biafra land. But the new generation, do they know this truth? Yes, a caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, I'm watching from here, my beloved brother. I'm watching Mazi, I continue to keep you. Bless your household. Bless whatever you touch. Mazi, you must see Biafra. All this talking. This experience. Mazi, we are getting there. What an amen. Let me appreciate Onyeibe Hamadike. I say, continue to protect and guide him. Continue to help those people who are hearkening to his voice. Mazi, we are going, and Biafrans in Biafra land, I will always be appreciating you, fanaticals, radical Biafrans in Biafra land, defending your fatherland, your motherland, knowing fully well that is where our obliquant cord is buried, and that is where all of us are going to be buried. I appreciate all of this. Be more resolute, and this time we are going. Biafra is always at hand. Mazi, like you are always talking, teaching us, going back to one of the best programs. Even when Biafra comes, the seed, it will be in archive forever and ever. Mazi, let me take you. Mazi, I want to ask you one question now. Mazi, can one idiot from Daura come and show you the boundary of your house, your father's compound there?
It's not possible.
Okay. Mazi, you see, I thank Chuko Kaba for what all of us are doing, what you are doing, all of us, because we are all in together. Mazi, did you see what this Fulani or this uncircumcised woman beings are doing? Now they are trying exactly what they did in Gariki. We have changed the name to Afo Okanano. Now they are in Antizan, in New Haven, Enugu, Port Harcourt Road. Mazi, go and see the influence there, what they are doing there. Trying to rename our own community to their own name, Antizan. Idiots that didn't go to school come to our place and divide it. I thank you, that the time of divide and rule has gone. Onyeibe had done it. And if this barrier did not teach anybody lesson, that person is an idiot. If you witness this barrier of our Majesty and his wife, and you don't have changed your mind, and you still believing that he can come and bang on our nose and get balance, you're an idiot. Forget all those noises that are parading. Look at how they are showing their people. Every day the police are apprehending them. On both sides, they're having AK-47. They are making useless threats. You are burying bomb in Biafra land. You don't dare us. Your grandfather did it. They never succeeded. Maz, you see this thing started. That's why God said he divided Biafra because they don't want us to come together. By grace of Chukwuka, and the Khan had done that. Muanta Mohammed did it in 1976. He divided our East Central State, Anambra, and then from then, but now everything has to, we are exposing them and will continue to expose them. Maz, I don't want to talk much, but Maz, I don't know pure one does pure one has about that anti-san. Let them get out there. That is our land. Nobody shows us our boundary now. We are all together now. We are in together and we must restore our land. At Robert, Biafra is here. Mazi, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You,
our people must understand the truth. Without you knowing the norms of your community, you are simply a stranger, I must tell you. You can't speak your language. You don't know your community. You don't even know your father compound. Why do you think Fulani and other people will not tell you that they wake up one day and say, yes, you are going to take the coastal region. It's going to be a grazing reserve stock, animal landing boundary, and talking nonsense. And then somebody from your community will say, after all, the government needs it. And then the government, who the idiot is the government? Who the idiot is the government? Because our father have been there before those idiots came. And as far as I'm concerned, Nigerians don't have government. Nigeria don't have government. What you have is terrorists. Terrorists from the terrorist British themselves. British terrorized our land. They invaded our land. They left their replica terrorists behind. And so anybody tell you, we the senator, we the honorable, we the... These people are idiots. If you do not stand up and fight for your right, they will take everything away from us. Of course, they have plans and process in place. We shall expose all of them. First of all, you have to believe in yourself. This is the only time you can stand up and fight for your right. Because nobody will fight for something they don't know the value. The day you begin to say your ancestors is evil was the day you lose it all. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'm here, Mazi. Good evening.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Godwin. I'm calling from London. I really appreciate your efforts in this struggle. And my prayer that God will always continue to bless you, bless your family, bless your handwork, everything you lay your hand upon. Because it's not easy to devote your time and be doing all this every time on the air and be lecturing us how we create and how they dismantle all our heritage. Like what you just said, Mazi. I remember when I was in Lagos. So my father came to visit me. So he was there in my place. So there's something that happened in our house. Then he said that our ancestors visited him in Lagos because there's something that he showed him that something is not right in this house. That is why that ancestors from all the way from Enugu State traveled to come and show him something in his dream. It's not even in the dream. He was sitting down and the thing come and pass the message across to him that there's something that is not right. And that thing is like, if anyone touch a blood, that's what happened in my own, where I come from. If you stain your hand with the blood, that spirit is going to appear. So, and if you appear, you have to go back home and appease and do some sacrifice to be able to place the gods for that thing that you have committed. Like, for example, if it's a woman, if you do abortion, or if that abortion you committed, that God is going to come. Unless you appease the gods, that blood of that person or that abortion you did will going to be on your head. So that thing come up. Like I said to you, Mazi, well done, and God will continue to bless you. Thank you from here.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people must understand the implication of everything we are discussing here. If you understand this truth, nobody can tell you otherwise. And that is exactly what we want you to know. The truth. Caller on the line. Caller on the line.
Good evening, Good evening, Judge Onyeibe. This is Aguko from London.
Go ahead, please.
Thank
you very much.
Yeah, can I thank Nnamdi Kanu?
Of course.
I have sent my greetings to him in the internet. I don't know where to get him in London. I keep looking. What time I go to Feckham. Somebody say he lives in that area. I keep looking where I'm gonna find him. I don't know where I'm gonna get him. Maybe one day we're gonna see. Can I thank you, Judge Onyeibe, for your history, intelligence, and I thank the Creator. And I say, may the Creator open your knowledge and your understanding in order to analyze the mistake we have made for a very long time. And the problem about Biafran politicians is, Mazi Onyeibe, the thing, they haven't understand the education of white people to Africa. Black people, they haven't understand it. Had it been they realize that the education white people bring to Africa, they didn't give it to you so you can empower yourself. No, they give it to you so that you will work for them. You see, so intention of white race to black people is not for we to develop ourselves. They take on what we got and give us what we got. But they make it, they clean, like selling adulteration drug. They adulterated what we got. They take it to their country, adulterated it, and give it back to us. Because of the color they got, we grab what they got and hate our own thing. Believe me, Onyeibe, we don't need white people. We don't need their education. We don't need anything they got. I tell you, one long time I was discussing with somebody, say, Fulani people are bad people. Can you see how they are messing around everywhere? Everywhere they go, they kick them out. Everywhere they go, they kick them out. Fulani, you don't want to go back to Saudi Arabia and Yemen. That is your area. Not in West Africa. It's not in West Africa. People are calling different names in West Africa. Fulani is not from there. They're from Yemen and South Africa and the Saudi Arabia. Why do people kick them out from that place? And they cannot go back to that place. So they think they got power in West Africa. African Union, we're going to divide you into two. Biafra on the land, we are coming to teach you a lesson. Mazi Onyeibe, I don't know, economics is what rules the world, yeah? If you see how things is going now, Biafrans are complaining a lot. Let's talk about them. Biafrans, especially those in Biafra, they are complaining. Competition is what we need. Is there a way around we're going to deal with the people that give internet, the people that make telephone, to make this system the way we use it here in Europe? Let's give it to them down there in Biafra land, whereby even though they put only 10 pence, it's okay for them so they can talk and make calls. Because the way things is now, things is difficult. So they want to talk about their problem. But the thing about it is, when they are spending that money making call, it's costing them a lot. Nigeria is killing them. Everybody know that. Every area they go, Nigeria is killing them. They enter the road is bad. Nigeria want you to get accident. They enter the internet, Nigeria want them to burn their card. Everywhere they go, Nigeria is killing them. I have been there, I lived there. All my life in Nigeria is headache and suffering. If a Fulani didn't hit me with a gun in the head, I didn't travel on the road and something shook me in the leg. I get tetanus and die from tetanus. All the whole thing in Nigeria is evil. Is there any way we're going to sit down? Let's talk about how to help Biafrans down there. On our own way of things, we see it. We see it and we know how you feel. Hello, Biafran, stop talking about international community. They will never come to your rescue. Stop calling them. United Nations is criminal. The Andioshi, they come to kill Africa. Ever since they come, poverty is what they bring. What the people they want to work with are Fulani people, the criminals. Stop hoping for them. If you want to take your country, go to the lab, invent something. Once you hear now, once the United Nations hear that the Biafran have invented something that kills 20 billion people, they will frighten. They give you Biafra. Ogugwa from Anioma say this to you. United Nations will come tomorrow and say Biafra will have their country because Biafra youth have invented something that kills 20 million. They are frightened for their race.
Of course, you must understand that the conspiracy is higher than that. The moment you make sure you make any move to create anything that will threaten the economic interest, you will be tagged a terrorist. Nelson Mandela was a terrorist. Gaddafi was a terrorist. Indian Army of Uganda were terrorists. Samuel Okara was terrorist. Every man and woman who has fought for the interests of the black have been named terrorists. But the real terrorists are going with Angel and Michael and Gabriel. Don't you get the game? The people has to know the truth. And that is the only time they can successfully disengage these people. I don't understand why the imperialists who were terrorists themselves, the European gathered and invaded Africa. They make us call them master. These are terrorists worse than Boko Haram, Yatiala, Fulani herdsmen, Lamido, Sanusi, Lamido, all of them put together. But the battle begins with the enlightenment of our people to make them understand that they need this freedom. Or else they will not value anything. Look at how they have changed our life. You have to betray your brother for you to be rewarded by Fulani man. And then you have idiot growing everywhere. No matter what we develop in the end, it will be used against us. But every man and woman, every child of Biafra must know this truth. And when they know this truth, these people will see Boko Haram. I'm looking forward to a day where we will wear bomb and go and bomb every idiot today. I'm looking forward to the day where we will come with this spirit. We will go to them and bomb every barrack. Imagine if 30 of us mark out 30 barracks to die with all of them. Imagine any idiot that will be in our land. But not until they know this truth. We are not going anywhere. Believe me. Some people don't even know the name of your village. Ogogo is from Anyocha. I hope I'm correct. But don't be surprised your people don't even see the reason why they should fight for your land. Because somebody somewhere have told them, it's not good. Your ancestors are evil. If you see the European and advanced world calling us corrupt people, then you will understand who devil really is. They are the one who bring the virus called corruption in us. It is the British government who empower idiots to rule us. The stupid people rule over the wise people because they want us to remain the way we want. Europe fought very hard to disintegrate from Britain. But now they are trying to create ties with the terrorist state, Nigeria. We are waiting for them. And so, brother, what you're saying is in order. But believe me, not until our people appreciate what they have. They cannot fight for it. They will not fight for it. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you for giving me more time. Ifeanyi Okowa. 3 times I call you. Ogugo from Akukwibo is calling you. Ifeanyi Okowa, I tell you, how you know a man is when somebody hits you. You sit down and plan how you're going to retaliate. I want to let you know that Fulani is selling land in Anioma. Fulani is selling land in Anioma. Ifeanyi Okowa remove Fulani people in Anioma, take them out. We will never share no business.
In River State, in Cross River State, and in Delta State, Fulani are selling land already. The next target is Akwa Ibom. I can tell you that in River State, around Elele and Mwapu, Fulani sell land to even indigenous. In River State, Cross River State, it's just normal. And then in Delta State, they are there. In Edo State too. Fulani sell land. Because all Abavo land in Edo State is owned by Fulani now. They sell land for you in those areas. But they don't see all these things. Because they don't have value for where they come from. Not until they lose it. They may not have value for it. And that is why IPOB is here. Mazi Nandekan is here to make sure we do not give an inch to them. But Kowa know what is going on. He can choose to behave like a guy man or a gentleman. But then he should understand the moment they call you a gentleman, it's not because you are a gentleman. They want you to maintain, to pop low, and become an idiot. That is why Fela knew this truth and said, I'm not a gentleman. Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue.
Thank you. Okay, let me cut off for Mazi Onyeibe because too many people is on the queue.
Yes, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Your thought is well appreciated, and our people understand what you are saying, and they must work towards that direction. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. Yes. Thank you for holding on. Your name and where are you calling from?
George Onyeibe. Good evening. Good evening from here. My name is Chidozie Mfwemeka, calling from Kenya, East Africa. I call you Ebenigwe because you are hitting them where they needed to be hit. I call you Ebenigwe. Nyabu Tonda. We are Tonda Benigwe. I am not buggy. I'm making Onyeibe Nnamdi Ohamadike Nekene Ambuan Begin which you Fukukabiama onye mere Akwamozu Dakwalo organ because I was very happy. I followed everything, every damn activities. I followed it from 1 to 10. I was very happy because because na mama na papa bukotale Biafrans on this na Biafran and they bo igere and they bo south and they bo south north and they south. Mama na papa bukotale Biafra no na amana ibu fu. And one. There is not discrimination. Everybody speaking in one voice. The burial was very they happy because we are one with one voice. Everything is go everything will.
Of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network, but we must continue. Call on the line, your name and where from.
Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from here in Dewo.
Because in our body now, Mazi Matthew from Mungobala. So I will make a lecture like a maca, very out. Then I'm not Biafra either. Yes. Yes, sir. I will not that the burial, but I'm coming. We do country. I will not come and walk by your hatch. My company, the harbor. I'm not going to hatch in that burial. So the burial, I will make a lecture like it. I get there. Mama, come on, never get to bubble. I will make a lecture about George Onyeibe. My director, who are the colonel, and other prominent people. I would have made it. After that, I took to get my woman, a popular hand. Somebody like to do the end, and okay, my four. And the man, and then the man, and then naked again. I took to get Yama, dodging with them about woman. Now I have a actual Messiah amateur. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people, there is need for all of us to go back to our root because it's going to do us a whole lot of good. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Good evening.
Mazi, good evening, sir.
Go ahead. Good evening from here.
One member.
Who are the name, ma?
Concerning, first of all, I want to say hello to everybody, and you too, you are welcome. I appreciate to see you this evening today, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mazi. Thank you so much. Biafra is around. Okay. Concerning our mother, how to dress, you are not far from the truth, and Mazi did the same thing. When I was growing up, I see my mom dressing 2 wrapper with a scarf, whether she's going to the market or she's going to the meeting, she must dress that Biafra dressing, and so nice. And again, concerning what the white people bring to our land, could you believe that they condemn our palm oil that I grew up coming when I was coming, because in our compound, my grandmother used to do oil. Even sometimes she sell it, sometimes she will just keep it for them. When we want to eat yam, we eat with red oil. When we want to cook soup, we cook with red oil. But today, Oyibo, they are not condemning red oil, palm oil that is not good. It's just to sell olive oil. Just to sell olive oil, and they condemn our palm oil. Sometimes when I go to the market and buy oil, they will say, no. This one is not good. This one, I said, this one, I was born and brought up with it. I grew up with it. I even know how to make red oil. So why come now today because you want to sell your olive oil? This one is not good. So this history of a thing, I want to use this opportunity to talk to our people, our Biafra brothers and sisters. All these things that Mazi Onyeibe is talking about and our Madike talk about, they are all truths. Concerning the dressing, I saw a documentary where white people enslaving our black people with nakedness, bringing food to them with nakedness. The breast is outside, all the body is outside.
Today now they call themselves slave queen, half naked. Oh, you both will be laughing at you and say they call it slave queen. idiot. Or you will be laughing and say, yes, the thing work, it work. You don't even know married women and single girls again. They are doing slave queen and slave king and on palm everywhere. But they won't understand.
That dressing is slave trade. Could you believe there was a party they invited me? I dressed two rappers to that party. All the white men there, they were like turning and looking at me. I was so different. They were like, wow, que bella. What a beautiful dressing. You know, they were like, you know, they haven't seen things like that because I was the only black woman with a natural hair with two rappers in midst of them. You know, anybody that comes to that party, they will like to know who is that person. Anybody, I was like, wow.
Because
so
they
it's
saw
very
a true
good
queen.
To
They saw a true queen.
Yeah.
People think
exactly.
people think that if you become real, then you are local. And then let's be local.
No,
because with what I know, with what I know.
And again, Mazi, could you believe anytime I put on all this human hair, all this Peruvian hair they call a bat, they will see me different person. They will not even like to talk to me. They'll say, no, leave your natural hair, that I'm okay with my natural hair. I should dress like, the way I used to. Once I put that human hair, nobody wants to laugh with me again. But when I'm with my natural hair, they will see that African woman. They will see, especially when I dress that African two rapper. You know, I dress two rapper, or sometimes when I tie my hair again with African way, they will just be open their mouth. Wow, wow, wow. This what our Mazi they are talking about, my people, my Biafran sisters, my Biafran brothers, is truth. And if you think this thing they are saying is not true, make a research for yourself. That's why when our Madike will come line, he will say, take a pen and paper so that you will jot everything he's saying, so that you will go and make research for yourself. It's real. This documentary I saw so open that black ladies, they were serving the white people with chain in their neck, with chain in their hand, with a tray pan in their hand, serving them food and all that, naked. And today you see our women naked everywhere in America, naked everywhere. You see social media, you see somebody who just you see some ladies who just in the social media working. What nonsense!
That is why beautiful girls don't see husband. Most beautiful girls, they don't see husband because they think the men are foolish.
They don't see anymore. And you see what you said, sir. Sorry to close with this one. You see what you said concerning prostitute in the Bible, where he covered himself, he covered herself, and all that. And look at the Muslims today. Look at all these Islam women that cover their head to do. They are worse than prostitutes.
Worse than prostitutes.
Sorry to say, but that is the truth.
If
you don't want
them in Lagos,
cover themselves to do, you will hate being a Muslim or being an Islam. I'm telling you the truth. You that serve your ancestors alone, you don't go to church, you don't go to a mosque, you are better than them. I rest my case. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
We must continue. Our people must know the truth. Our leader came, and before our leader came, we don't believe Delta people are Biafra. You don't believe Edo is Biafra. You don't believe River State is Biafra. Everybody is denying. Our leader draw the boundary and say, first of all, if your mother tied to rapper, you are Biafra. And I went into research, and I understand that the Yoruba culture, they don't tie to rapper. Forget about that thing you are doing in Redeem Church and Winner Yoruba Church. They are recolonizing you, but you are idiot, you don't know. You are now tying lace and buba. They now use one bag to tie your head, so you look holy. Is it angel that will marry you? All of you going to deeper life, most especially, they have configured you. You don't have sense. I will not apologize to you. Get angry and be born again. Yoruba tie lace and buba. They tie only one wrapper. Yoruba culture permit their woman to tie one wrapper and they wear buba. Our mother tie one wrapper. After they are putting on skirt, we call that inside skirt a buluku. When they put the inner skirt, we call a buluku. In Abo, where I come from. Then they tie the first wrapper. Then they bind it with a rope. Then they tie the second one. They set alignment. Then after tying the two wrapper, their shirt is tucked inside. And then they now use one and tie scarf. That is Biafran woman. Yoruba women don't dress like that. Hausa women don't dress like that. I'm just talking within this jurisdiction we find ourselves. But I can assure you that more than 70% of Biafran women today don't know how to tie two wrapper. Forget about you tie it. Because you tie it does not mean you know how to tie it. Because I used to watch my mother. When he see you, you say, come here. She will hit you on the back as a woman. He said, at your age, you can't even tie wrapper. He said, Mama, I don't tie and when. I said, look at the bottom here. It's not in alignment. I'm a man, but I'm watching them. Today, who will tell you where your own mother is even doing slay coin at the age of 60 years? After all, Jesus don't care. Jesus care, Nubua. But of course, we must continue. We talk about boundary. Our father used to take us around to show us boundary. When you hear the parable, our father will take us and show us boundary. Some of them will tell you, look at this land. It's supposed to belong to my father, but this man took it from us. We have been quarreling over it. My son, leave them. My son, fight for it. My son, do like this. They instruct you. But who knows all these things? You don't. Call on WhatsApp, are you there?
Using them to become slave and wayward to make sure they don't know their left and right. They come to our land, keep frustrating us as a people, keep killing us. Go to Kaduna now. There is a man who bring food and he expect on. Those are the people they are saying money with. Sometimes I keep wondering the kind of brain black people are, especially for food service. I'm not talking about IPOB. The politicians in our land, they use them as an evil against our people. You see that because these people, because of just pocket money as a food, you sell your community to slaves. You sell your community to Fulani. You sell your community to Boko Haram. Okay, sis, this Zoo Nigeria army keep killing us. How many Boko Haram did you see there fight there with gunshots? Have you ever seen them? If not, Boko Haram, the one that's killing soldiers. Okay, now as a people, you see these people, they are not good for you. You don't have that knowledge to say, long as we cannot continue this way, why can't we just go away? Is it hard for you to say, okay, you now, if you as a senator, if you make a statement, say, this parliament is not working, we as a people, we must give the privilege to our people to be free. Our people need to free. You say one day they will collapse Nigeria. But you sitting down there using the name of politics, using the name of strategies of begging for food for the caliphate of Fulani, you are selling our people. Okay, our mothers are being raped from different farms, they destroy our crop, they keep killing us. All you need to do, you sit down in Abuja and keep thinking that you are making law. Nothing like law. Nigeria don't have law. You guys think you are working for parliament. How many times have you said that Boko Haram, they need to keep Boko Haram? Do you find any Boko Haram dead? No. The answer is typical no. Instead of them to keep Boko Haram, come to our land, keep killing our people from south. You see, so how long can we continue like this? We don't hope of anybody. All our hope now is the Chukwu Kikabiama with IPOB. Simple. We don't put trust on any caliphate of the slave. People are begging for, you are begging for the food. You are begging for, I need to give you appointment, governorship. Now, senator, give me House of Rep. Give me, why can't you just give us security guard? You are big fool. A biggest fool is a biggest fool. It's only a fool. Meet somebody is molesting a mother. You still reject, you keep asking questions. You are a biggest fool. No, you as a people, they are paying you 5,000 naira to protest for PDP, protest for APC. You are just wasting your time, and later there will come the name of politics that will destroy you, destroy your family. Nothing is going to happen. These people, they are keep coming. These people are keep coming. In the name of one Nigeria, they will come to our land, they will invade all of us, they will destroy us as a people. Why can't our governor, our senator does not see this? What is happening? What are we done to deserve this atrocity? Why are you there for the first place? Why are you there? It's not for you to speak for us. Is it not for you to speak for us? That's why they make you senator. Instead of you to speak for us, they initiate you to be the betrayer of our people. And you are still clamoring for one Nigeria. What are you clamoring for? Even before Nigeria came, there was a British colonization, but you forget to notice, British left EU. British, they left EU without single soul did not die. Is it not the parliament people who take the place? What is wrong with our politicians? What is wrong with our Sasa people? Are you afraid of Fulani? You cannot even speak. What is our crime? Are we not dying as a people? We are dying day by day. You are still claiming one Nigeria, so you will have access to kill all of us. What is our crime? What are we doing wrong? And tomorrow some people say, oh, let us pray for Nigeria. Since you guys have been praying since 1960 till now, the country is it not worse by day? What are we thinking? What is why some people sometimes I keep wondering if God in heaven who created these black people as a people. Because that's why the white man can come and colonize you and change your name from Chukwuemeka to Agadima. You are foolish. You are very foolish as a people. Because of one Nigeria, they keep destroying us, drain our resources God gives to us. What is our crime? And instead of you to rise up against injustice, okay, now as a governor, as a Sasa governor, as a Sasa senator, it's your duty to say, our people have been losing their life. What is going on? We're not supposed to mingle together. You see the problem you have. When you be the governor or senator, they will give you Fulani to guide you, or they will give you Boko Haram to guide you.
That is why they always tell us that Fulani is part of their government. They always tell us. They are sincere. Okay. They always tell us. Go and ask Obiano.
Party in your bedroom, you say your security will call Abuja. Oh, this man is just doing nice job. He's killing our people. He's very nice. We need to give her big position. You are killing our people. The blood of our people is in your head. You say so. The blood of our people is in your head. It's better you speak now before you guys lead us to war. Because if you speak, we cannot go to war just like that. If you are speaking out, if our senator, our governor, if you all are speaking out, we will not go to war. We go defend our land for Fulani not to come in. But if you refuse to speak for us, the Fulani Janjaweed, there will be more pompon. That we have the encouragement to bury us as a people. Just because of you built a hotel for Abuja, you built a hotel for Lagos. Before Yoruba set up a Moteku, there are people who gang up, their king, their chief, all of them gang up as a people say, oh, our people cannot die more than this. We need to secure our land. You see, they made the statement, they put stone on top.
No, our own governor are telling us when they kill you, when they kill you, I give you 5,000.
From the southwest.
And when they kill you, they give you 5,000.
You guys are just okay. You guys are just playing politician with our life. Because of the name called one Nigeria, Fulani can easily trip into your country, into your state, into your community. Then we take in charge because it's one Nigeria. But you as a politician, you cannot go to Abuja or go to Kanu to take in charge of any community. The answer is no. You build that for Abuja. Do you think if you make our state get hot with bullets and gunshot, you will run to Abuja? Do you think you are going to be safe? Okay, assuming these people overrun us as a people, you will, you say you will go to Abuja, you will sleep fine. Do you think you are going to sleep fine? See, may I ask one question? If you go buy chicken for market, the trainer, they pack food for them. Share you they hope make the chicken big, may reach you shop, abi. Now so that they use our politicians, that they give them money so that they bring their people down. So even though say Fulani can kill everybody, nobody is going to talk. You are just playing game with our life. We can never. Everybody they wise, everybody not tired. Everybody not tired. Nigeria not be country. I swear, I can never be country. God in heaven can never come down to fight for anybody. But he will rather give you power to defend yourself. You say so. Okay, I want to. They'll say David killed Goliath. David was a small boy, right? But Goliath is huge. But I wish David they fear to throw stone. Maybe David for not perish as a person. But with that encouragement, he threw the stone. But God supported that stone to become heavily. And strike the Goliath. But our pastor cannot tell you, say, oh, God needs us to be free as a people. Our pastor can never say that to you.
Thank you very much.
Our pastor can never preach. Our pastor can never preach freedom. All they preach, oh, let us be one Nigeria. Oh, pray for Nigeria. Oh, do fasting for Nigeria. But don't forget, since 1960 till now, some people even died for salvation of doing fasting. But the country, is it worse now or is good?
Thank you very much.
The country is worse. Yoruba people, if you see the way their media, the Channel TV, all those caliphate of Fulani, Janjaweed children, all those Janjaweed children, when they put for their Channel TV, they analyze matter. Mazi, God bless you. The only Chukwa Kika Biama continue to bless you.
Thank you very much.
Mazi Nadikanu, the Messiah of my time. Thank you so much. Only the truth can fight for us. Without truth, we are perished as a people. Thank you so much. God bless you.
And you too, my brother. Yes, one more call. We wrap up this segment. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Yes, good evening from here. Your name and where you're calling from. Good evening from here.
Hello. Mazi Onyeibe, good evening.
Go ahead, please.
I'm a gallant man from Lagos.
Go ahead.
You see, it baffles me so much when I begin to see our people so stupid. I don't know why some of our people are. When they said one man was sent the other day, 2 days ago, he was inside my car. The man said the reason why he was listening to the program, he was saying that the only thing he doesn't like our Mazi is only he can insult people. I say yes. He must insult people who are foolish. Because I begin to give him the reason why this man insult those people. I said, when you know your name is Mr. John, and each of you to be bold enough to tell people that your name is John, and you are trying to maneuver some story about it, you are a foolish man. There's no other name to qualify you than a foolish man.
My brother, there is an adage in my place.
Whenever you dress African way, people always said, maybe they begin to look at her like a local woman, not know that there's nothing like BSF. I love Mazi Mandekano. First of all, I greet all the principal officers of IPOP. Thank you. And listen. So, people, the one thing I read this thing, he wrote by Wale Soyinka, that was when AIT started in 1997. He said, I don't care what people said about me. But I care what I do, and I have the reason of doing it. I always hook up on that word. People may say many read you in different way, read you in different meaning, but trying to stand on that thing that you know you have the reason of doing it. The problem of our people is one thing: non-truth. Non-truth. They want to be recognized in the wrong side. They want people to know them in the wrong side. And forgetting that our leader has said it. He said, when you serve these people, at the end of the day, you come back with shame. I must tell the truth. What this man said is true. If you keep believing that they love you, using as service, thinking that they love you, my brother, I must tell the truth. I work with them. I work with federal government. This is normal. I've been working with them for more than 20 years, and I know my state. I know my stand with them, and I know what makes them happy. It's only when they are doing that service. But at the end of the day, you'll be disgraced. Be yourself. Hook up with what is happening. I don't know why people are blind. Those are our people. I don't know whether they are blind. Most people tell you what to do. This is the time everybody should rise up for your slumber. Stand up for where you are. Be a guide for yourself. That what is called self-defense. A self-defense is meant for everybody. It does not meant until when somebody comes from Abuja to come and secure you or whatever to come and secure you, my brother. If the way I see this thing, I find them very cheap. I find them very cheap because if you safeguard yourself very well, my brother, when your brother is going to, your sister or your mother is going to footing, back somewhere, my brother, you see what to do. They are too small now. You need man have a brain. As long as from being going, I don't know what they're calling themselves, but I believe we are all the same. Because if we are all the same, why did they neglected us? From Benin, from Ore, going after Ore, from Benin and going, but they don't have sense. If they have sense, they know that yes, these people are they are looking a lot of war against them. Even joining them with the South, as long as Igbo concerned, they call them together. Number one, is there anything international or this in a project that from Benin they are going? Check very well. It can never find anyone. At least anything that can attract the international community to that our side, there's no anyone. Is there anywhere you can find embassy? Does it mean there's no a better place in Benin or Asaba or even Enugu or even Port Harcourt or where that they can build even ordinary Togo embassy that at least can attract
ordinary BBC, or CNN. Their vehicle don't even come to Biafra land. BBC, CNN, ordinary their newspaper people don't even come to Biafra land. Thunder will fire.
This is where you're supposed to know that these people never like you. They are, in fact, you are very different from them. But people from Benin, data. Imo State, if you are everybody that Mazi said the other day, you think everybody that belong to NDDC, they are all that means Imo State is among them.
Ondo State, Yoruba is Niger Delta. Ondo State is Niger Delta.
Never be from pure.
Your line is becoming.
Think they are.
Thank you very much.
I must say to people should be reasonable. People should be reasonable. We that there, I will tell you what is happening there. But the only thing, Mazi, I thank you so much. I thank you. Whenever you're on program, always know that yes, something better always come out from it. You always make me proud because you always make it hit it at the nail. You never want to rub their man and begin to shake voice. You hit it at the nail, and that is what I love. Bless you. Bless Mazi Nandekano, our deputy, all our radio presenters, all our hardcore Biafrans, or to go and bless every one of you. He's safe.
Thank you very much. And of course, our people must understand. Having said that, if you do not begin to have value for little things, you will never appreciate big things. And considering one truth, which I will use to wrap up this very segment, it's simple. You see a man walking side by side with a goat. And this man look at the goat and call the goat man. Then that man must be mad. And then when you're walking side by side, you understand that the person walking by your side is a goat. You call the person a goat. Fela knew this truth. That is why he say animal in human skin. A lot of Nigerians are animal in human skin. And you don't expect me to be walking side by side with a goat and be calling the goat human being. I will be the person stupid. We cannot see you as a hopeless idiot that you are, and you expect us to call you human being. The explanation or the logic is simple. When I'm walking side by side with a dog, I know I am walking with a dog, and I call that dog as a dog. Bingo, bingo, skippy, skippy. And if you are a human being behaving like a dog, it is simple, I call you a dog because you are animal in human skin. Fela knew this truth. Behave like human being and you'll be respected. In as much as we will come out, we tell you how idiot many Yorubas are. We have good Yoruba that our leader will tell you, I love them. I love them. FFK and the rest of them. They are Yoruba. But when we come, we say Yoruba are idiot. They have good ones. Just because majority of them are idiots. That's why when we see those good ones, we tell them, Ayo Adebanjo, those good ones. We acknowledge them. They are human beings. When we see idiot like Tinubu, we tell them they are idiots. Idiot like Nangodo, another idiot in Biafra land, Botton land, River land. If you are idiot behaving like animal, we address you as such. Until you begin to apply your heart to reasoning and behave like human being, you don't have any right to tell us to address you as human being. Never. You can imagine Fulani now, who has not been to Saudi Arabia, who cannot read Quran, who cannot recite Islamic alphabet, is here killing for Allah. And you want us to call such a person a human being? You can see how they reason. To form their own security outfit, they call it Alahaji Dambor Wakashegi. Doesn't it tell you these people are hopeless idiots? I wouldn't go beyond there. Respect yourself so we can reciprocate. Stop behaving like animal. And so we treat you like human being. Today, British government, everybody know that British government are criminals. Running away from EU, so only them can be eating the loot from Africa. But they will not have it funny. EU want to associate with Nigeria, closer tie. Closer tie with who? That and all of you are looking for, you will see it. But of course, our people must learn to go back home. Back to your roots. Back to your roots. Because there is a language you will start speaking very soon. You will not understand it. Except you understand your roots. I'll be signing off temporarily from here. Do not forget we are still in the spirit of mourning. And in less than a few minutes, I will be back.
si m onye mpompo ihe mwute mere anyị o ndị zu egbugo mmọha ma dike wetie okokokoko kedu ka mmadụ si nọrọ be ya n'ọgbu onwe ya mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo lọlụ ukwu Kanụ anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo lọlọ meme anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ukwu Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo melu anyị o mama IPOB n'ọnwụgo mama ọha ma dike nọ na-agụ mmụọ ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị ga-eme ime ọ bụrụ na a na-asụ ndị azụ IPOB ga-atụ ego zụta 100 years nye gị maka na ọ bụrụ ife anyị na-eme anyị zụrụ ka eme chai adịghị erugo anya obi o ime ọ bụrụ na ọnwụ bụ ụzọ ide anyị ga-edegara gị akwụkwọ si gị lọba mama maka na ije nwa gị na-edu anyị enweghị isi ọra mmadụ a na-eti okokoko mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo lọlụ ukwu Kanụ anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo lọlọ meme anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ukwu Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo IPOB ụwa niile na-asị ezinụlọ ha ma dike kara n'obi o onye betụ betụ ya ji aka n'obi o onye betụ betụ ya hicha anya mmiri o maka Chukwu okike mara nke ka mma ọ na-enye ndụ ọ na-ewerekwa ọ bụrụ na ndị zu abịaghị n'ụlọ ya ọ gara ịdị ndụ hụ Biafra mgbe ọ ga-abịa mọchi nna m anaghị anụ ife ndị Fulani anaghị anụ ife ndị zu adịghị anụ ife ewezite ndị abịa n'ụlọ gbakasịa gbagbuo ụmụ mmadụ 28 IPOB eti okokoko ịma na ndị amizu na-esi ike mgbe ha fụrụ ndị na-ejighị egbe na mma febido koba na fa bụ soja n'ebe ndị gbaka nọ ma faruo na Zambiza Forest yo ike ga-adịkwa ha gbaba egbe ndị Boko Haram anwụba afa n'aka napụsịa ha egbe yipụsịa ha fami ha ịma na ọrụ na Biafra lando ihu 250 checking points ụmụnna gwa m anyị nọzi na Meduguri IPOB kwu okwu akpọfa terrorist ma ndị Fulani ji mma na-egbusi ndị mmadụ ndị na-enweghị ifefe mere ewere egbe na mma na-anapụ ndụ fa n'ike ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị mere ndị zuo ọ wee tie nwata ifasi ya ebela akwa ụmụ ibe ajụjụ ka m na-ajụ ofu ụbọchị enweghị eji afịa ọ gaghị afọ ụzọ nata be ya mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo lọlụ ukwu Kanụ anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo lọlọ meme anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ndị Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo mama ukwu Biafra anyị na-asị gị laa n'udo
ụmụ IPOB ibe m n'ebe niile ụwa sọtụrụ kedụkwana ihe anyị ga-eme onye ọbụla jide obi ya aka ọ bụ naanị Chineke okike abịa ma bụ onye pụrụ ịkasi anyị obi ma hichapụ anya mmiri n'ụdị ọnọdụ a anyị hụtara onwe anyị
without saying goodbye. The whole world have gathered, waiting for our victory. We see you no more, Mama. Your beloved ones are crying, seeking for your royal wisdom. We have it no more, Mama. Afomorese, no ranine, we Biafrans are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no ranine, BMI are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no ranine, we IPOB are saying, we all say goodbye. Mama, we love you. Mama, we miss you. After everything you've done, sudden death came and took you away. Mama, we are crying because we are missing you. Mama, where are you? I know that one day we shall meet again to depart no more. I don't go so no, Mama.
I am well to do, full of strength, with wisdom from Mama. Where do I go? And where shall I start to enter the promised land? Oh, Mama, we miss you. We miss you.
Eka Biafra, eka Afrikando, sina fokpongenyi. Edia kukugu, yapere duwe, afuku pongenyi no. Eti ekanyi no, sanga somo, nini yosomo, ipone sirobo, nini yosomo.
Mama, Mama, Ememle, Mama, Odumule, Mama, 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 Olabiede Bajele, Ejeria Milano. Monday, Bobby, you're from we love you so much. Forever you will be in our hearts. We love you, oh, Mama, oh, Mama, I wanna, Mama, I die. Mama, Gule, Mama, Nene, oh, yo, ne. Mama, Nene, oh, yo, ne.
So hard to be a mama, so hard to let it go. A woman of substance, you are what emulating. You lost a line, so think for your people. You never gave up the struggle, try and push harder. But that's why you the peacemaker, the lover of freedom. I bought is here with you, and all the lovers of freedom is here today to pay the last respect for you to rest in peace. We never forget the smiles on your face, through the tribulations, facing the trouble. But you are something that you never mind. BMI coming out today to give you last respect, cause you deserve the best.
Mama, Nene, oh, yo, ne. Mama, Nene, oh, yo, ne.
Esine, Lolo Ugese, Sali Meme, our role model, we mother, Ugo Weza Chalugo,
eze nwanyị ọma ọnwa mere ole oke tara azụ na-akpọtụla m iwe ọ bụ gịnị mgbe mere ọnwụli dịwachi ọnwụ kara obi bụ ụlọlọ ị ga-akakwa obiri abụmanụ maka ibuje nke ka mma onye mụrụ ọmụmụ n'ụwa wee kwe ka ọ nwụọrọ ọha mama afọ mụrụ eze bụrụ anya mmiri la mmụọ alịlị nwa mma berebe kele obi ji gbuo ya akwa alịlị n'anya mmiri berebe anyị chetara
afọ mụrụ eze ezigbo mama ọ bụ eziokwu na ọ na-ewute anyị n'igbugo mana Chineke ma nke ka mma ya melodi na onye ọbụla anya nye onye ọbụla mgbe ọ ga-anwụ obi elewe amụ ọ na-ewute m a sị na ọnwụ gburu gị kara ije bụ ndị ilo mana otu o si na-adị ya agaghị m ajụ chukwu nwaanyị na nwa na-eli nri n'ọgwụgwa mama na ọ na-asa alụ ọgọ mama mana ọ na-ewute na ama m debe na ọ dị mma ya mere m ji na-eche gị anya na-akpọ gị nneọma rest in peace is all I
Biafrans are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomoreze, no running, no. BMI are saying, we all say goodbye.
Yes, of course, still in the mood of mourning. Believe me, we cannot just forget about them that way. We continue remembering them as far as we can. But of course, we are happy, we are glad that they lived their life as Biafra. They laid down their life as Biafran, and they shall forever be remain as Biafran. The best of it breeds, not just Biafran. The best of the breed of Biafrans that have walked this earth, I must tell you. Husband and wife who saw the future of a nation and the burden of a nation in the shoulder of their son, they stood their ground till they gave it all. May they continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord. May they continue to chase Nigerian people anywhere they come. Everybody that have died because of the name Biafra, we say don't go to sleep. Take cutlass, take hammer, take chisel. Any man or woman that have been killed because of Nigeria, it doesn't matter in the era of dispensation. We are asking you to take hammer, cutlass, and shovel. Pursue Nigeria, they will know no peace. Nigeria will know no peace. Anybody who have in hand in the creation of Nigeria, support Nigeria, use hammer and cutlass and pursue them. Because Nigeria is the greatest sin against humanity. Believe me. The hearts of wickedness, I must tell you. This is Radio Biafra Isra for the avoidance of doubt. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. And Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. And Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Chukafomefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, one day we will all come to appreciate the mindset behind those words. Nothing make Nigerians so paranoid that our language here has not changed. Mazi Chukafomefo is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader. His name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. He's the one and the only man who stood up for 6 decades now to speak up for the collective interest of the Biafran people. Nobody have done this for the past 60 years until he came. He's the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. He's not here for Onyeibe. If Tiwa Danjuma, as hopeless as he is, Obasanjo, as idiot as he is, late Buhari and late Abacha, another hopeless criminal, if they own Onyeibe in Bayelsa, in Rivers State, among other Biafran land, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will have his own Onyeibe. And then some of us will begin to think, and then we get our own percentage and we go and sleep. Imagine if IPOB is a political party. Imagine. But we are not here for those things. We are here to make sure Yoruba are free. 10% will not save Yoruba. We are here to make sure Hausa are free. Because hiding under the influence of the guys of born to rule who? It will not save all of you. We are here to save Fulani from self-destruction. Because it looks to me that in the end of this thing, if Fulani fail to repent, there is no place that will harbor them in Africa. Africa will chase them away. Fulani, your crime in Africa is getting out of control. We are here to save Biafra, who have been displaced mentally, morally, and otherwise. And that is why you see a lot of us who are upland, the river line, bottom line, Niger Delta, Niger on top of land, everything. We are here to make sure that the system is sanitized. It's as simple as that. I don't know why our leader keeps saying Britain can come and take oil for free. So they don't have to steal it. Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, you can come and take oil for free. You don't have to steal it. You don't have to kill us. But you still want to remain in one Nigeria? You are not ready for what is coming for all of you. This is not a threat. It's a promise. We are talking because this is the dispensation and era. And we can assure you it will not always be this way. I am George Onyeibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land. For the avoidance of doubt, I will say it's a privilege that I served the indigenous people of Biafra as the African rep and the Nigerian Interim National Coordinator, and also a member of the DOS. I can tell you I'm humble, the greatest privilege and honor of my life. And having said that, our mission statement is simple. Nigeria must be destroyed. Nigeria, the name Nigeria must be obliterated from the face of the planet Earth. Because this is worse. Nigeria is worse than Ebola. You can hear the corruption fighter, Magu, telling you that Ebola is caused, Corona is caused by corruption. And then Nigeria would have been gone. But these people are very hopeless people. Very hopeless people. They make a mockery of all of us. But let's leave that as it may be. I will not proceed until we acknowledge the Creator. Because he's a respecter of no man. He will not do for man what man should do for themselves. And that is why no matter what you can do, no matter what you have done, no matter what you're still going to do not forget that kingdom rise and kingdom fall. And some say, oh, we are the untouchable, we are the invincible. You people are cruel, you are wicked. Man are gradually begin to lose that part of them that is human. You see, it's really amazing that people like China today are debating, let's kill our people so that the disease will not spread. These are things people shouldn't even say, even though you want to do it. It's not supposed to be an issue to debate. But this is how the love of many is wasking cold. Coronavirus will go, or worst will come. Big Gator start telling you another disease will come. And when we tell you back to your roots, you will not understand. But one day you shall. I will move ahead to acknowledge the Creator, as always. We bless you, wonderful Lord, wonderful Lord. We magnify your name, your name. We magnify your name. Hallelujah. Here on earth, to here on earth, we sing our song. Lord, we sing our song. We exalt, we exalt your holy name, and in heaven receive our song. Hallelujah. Anyị na-aja gị mma n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị ujuru anya dadi o inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. It is because of your mercy that we have not been consumed. Considering the fact, the number, and the size of the enemy that has gathered against us as a people. Without you by our side, we are gone, Father. We acknowledge this. For like a flood, they have come against us, but you have raised the standard against them. Yes, they come in one way, and you make them to flee in 7 directions. We walk through the valley of the shadow of death, but we fear no evil because we know that thou art with us. Thy rod and thy staff, they control us. They comfort us, for we do not lift up our eyes to the hills nor to the mountain. From where cometh our help? Our help comes from the Lord who made the heaven and the earth. We call him Chukwukika Biama. We call him Elohim. El Shaddai, El Shaddai. Elohim and Adonai, age to age was still the same. By the power of your name, El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. Lord, I'll praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. You see. And also, Louis, we must continue this evening. On this segment, our topic is the art of negligence. Is what led to the conquest of African nation. The art of negligence. You're negligent in your duty. We are negligent. This is what led to the conquest of the African nation. Today here in Nigeria, the people are negligent. Negligence as a father to your responsibility to your family. Negligent as a politician to the duty and obligation you have to your people. Negligent as a nation or a country to the people who you are supposed, who their care and welfare, well-being, it's supposed to be first in the list of priority. Everybody is negligent. It didn't start today. We are negligent in matters of utmost importance. And no wonder we are going through what we are going through today. Over 200 million people are being fooled by few idiots. And you are negligent. I want you to go back from the day of independence to today. They are not up to 70 people that are fooling all of us. They are not up to 70. 70 people fooling over 200 million. This is unbelievable. Because you are negligent. You're not seeing them. A cross-section of Nigerian citizens are in the military. It could be artillery, it could be air force, it could be navy, it could be police, immigration, it could be custom, it could be civil defense, it could be Boy Scout, man o' war, Miati Allah, it could be Boko Haram, could be Lamido Sanusi, Fulani herdsmen. Do not forget all of them are part of Nigerian security outfit. It could be Alahaji Dambro Wakashege security outfit for the north. It could be Omotekon. It could be Ubunigwe. All of them are terrorists. And as far as I'm concerned, all these security outfits are being manipulated by less than 70 individuals. I want you, as you are listening to me now, irrespective of who you are, go back to 1960 to this very moment. You see, they are not up to 70. What makes me go almost insane is to understand that these people took over the power to lead us to hell at the age of 30 and maybe less. And these people, some of them are dead. Some of them are 80 years and 90 years. They are still ruling us. And then, Obasanjo at the age of 30 is a president already. And then you are at the age of 40. You are still carrying gun to put Obasanjo at the age of 100 years in office. It beats my imagination. You are not thinking in that direction. That is why they continue doing what they are doing. You are negligent. You are a beggar. Your morality has been lower than that of an animal. I want you to rethink again. As an army man, you are part of the idiot that was sent to Afari Beku to come and kill people mourning the king and the queen. I want you to rethink it. You are 40 years, you are 30 years, or maybe you are 25 years. You are in the Nigerian military. Yes, I want you to look at those of you fresher politicians. You are 50 years. Look at this cabal. Look at Abakeyare. Look at Obasanjo. Look at El Sudani, that idiot in Asorok. Look at all of you. Look at those people issuing you order. Less than 70 people controlling over 200 million. Negligent. You see, I have heard a lot of people wonder, how did they conquer our ancestors? How do they conquer Africa? It is as a result of negligence. The same attitude we are putting up today. If a few cross-section of slaves in Nigeria are enslaving all of us. When we come here and talk about Fulani, some people think Fulani have population. Fulani don't have a single plot of land in Nigeria. Fulani are less than 3%. Only Fulani are less than 3% of the 200 million people in Nigeria. The question is, with all the Yoruba intellectual, with all the Igbo intellectual, with all the Niger Delta intellectual, with all the Middle Belt intellectual, how come less than 3% are ruling us? Because the last time I checked, outside Obasanjo, all other presidents that have ruled Nigeria are Fulani. Obasanjo, Goodluck Ebere Jonathan, Sheniko, and of course, Babangida have a little Yoruba blood and a little Fulani blood. But I can assure you that Fulani have been in power, less than 3% of the population. And so when I see them humiliate all of us, and now you should begin to understand the same formula and pattern that they are using to intimidate over 200 people. It's the same method British government used to conquer the whole Africa. Europeans used to conquer all of us. Negligence. Let us go back to memory lane. Africans, as you know, were people who are liberal in nature, and as such, did not take notice of the impending danger. Just like the same way you are behaving in Nigeria. You're not seeing the reason why we shout and we say the way we say, we're calling on your attention, beckoning on you to see. This is who Africans are, very liberal. When the terrorists came, they couldn't foresee the danger, but we can see now. We understand that what is happening in Nigeria is not normal. But some of you are Christian, your brain have been drained completely. You can't reason normal again. And you are negligent in your duty post. They conquered us. In our leader last broadcast, they say the black people are the people that they conquered us to the extent that they were selling us like Momo. Some idiot will come and say, oh, they insult people. That is why I don't like. But how do you see it when there are some people who came and sell us like chicken? You know, they sample us in the market. They naked our men and our women. They check their muzzle, their broad shoulder. They check the hip of the women and how pointed their breasts are. And then some idiot will be pricing them. Yes, this one is strong. Where did you catch this one? He said, I catch him from Enugu. Yes, where did you catch this one? I catch him from Ibadan. Yes, where do you catch this one? I catch him from Abo. He said, no, the one from Enugu is very expensive. He can work very hard. It's 20,000. They now do banza. Going, gone. They knock it. Begam, the highest bidder. Negligent. This is how bad it can be. The same thing is, the same history is repeating itself in our life today in Nigeria, and you can't see it. You know, it's not going to be possible. It's not going to be possible, but we are getting close there. Everybody is crying. Every Nigeria is crying. Only these few kaba. Out of liberality, it doesn't matter. It doesn't concern me. They got Africa. The European colluded among themselves and with one motive invaded Africa with different method and pattern. But many countries in Africa fell back from their nation to the state from where their tribes are. They fell from their tribe to their community, from their community to their hamlet, from their hamlet to their settlement, and from their settlement to their individual home, and from individual home till each of them were standing alone, and eventually they were brought down to their nails. Let me explain. When the European planned, the whole of the Europe planned, and said there is something in Africa. Africa is wealthy. Africa is rich. Let's rob them. Let's plunder Africa. This is how they planned it. And then they said, how do we do that? We have gone. We will chase them one after the other. Let's fight them in different fronts. And then they sit and they planned. The Portuguese were there. The French was there. The Germans were there. The British were there. The Scotland, the Dutch, all of them, they planned together. But we were on our own. Our fathers were on their own. And the Portuguese came. They entered Calabar. They strolled down to River State. Get all the way to Delta State. Branch in Lagos State. And pretended to be good people. But we are common men, liberal. And we welcome them. And each time they claim to be buying palm oil, they were not actually buying palm oil, they were studying us. They understand that every family was standing on its own. The bond was not much there. Of course, in the case of Biafra land. Because every home actually had its representative. And they knew if they are able to separate us permanently, and then they can conquer us. And that is how they invaded our land. They pushed and they pushed and they pushed from community to community. If you go back to read Things Fall Apart, you will see that all the community that used to come together, all the villagers that used to come together to praise Okenkwo, when Okenkwo had issue, they abandoned him. Okenkwo retired back to his maternal home. He couldn't bear the shame. He hanged himself. Exactly what he did. Chine Achibe knew all these things. Out of negligence, we kept quiet. They start pushing us from community. When you hear about Kayama Declaration, it is a clear example of how they push us down. The whole nation, they push us till we become a state. They begin to push a state till we become a local government. They push the local government to become a community. They push the community to become a settlement. They push the settlement till they become a family. They push the family till each one is standing on his own. And at that moment, Africa was ripe for taking. And so everybody to his own. I want you to make sure that the same process is still being sustained. That is why even in America, the blacks are not allowed to have their own community. I can assure you that America even sponsored the division of black more than anybody in the world. Let's not shy away from the truth. You're a black man in America. They sponsor your disunity more than anything. Because I'm very fully aware that between the 70s and the 80s, more than 90% of the black fathers are in the jail. Why are they in the jail? To destroy the black community. And so everybody is his own. Watch all the millionaires who are black men. They are not loyal to black community. They rather kill a black man for a white man. The same way, there are a lot of Biafran politicians who will slaughter us for one Nigeria. But you will not understand. These are deep thoughts. And they were able to divide every one of us till we are standing differently. The same method British government is using in Nigeria. They start dividing Biafra land from Midwest to Eastern region. They beat us so hard from Midwest to Eastern region. You now have Bendel, and Edo, and Delta, and then you now have Niger Delta and Delta Niger. They beat us down so much, if care is not taken, they are going to divide us further. The politicians have beaten us today. We do not speak as one without IPOB. IPOB is the only frontier that is still speaking for collective interest of Biafran people. Your governor speak for Imo people. Your Delta State governor speak for Delta people. When you come, I say, oh, we will not take it lightly when you kill Delta people. Is there anybody known as Delta people? These are Biafrans. And then when Willie Obiano tells you that you kill one Anambra man, we give you 5,000 naira, you think there is anybody Anambra man there? These are Biafran people. They all pretend to be fighting to defend their state. But negligence has made them to see the truth that for Yoruba to be able to successfully initiate Omotekun, there was need from the governor of Ondo to Osun State, to Ekiti State, to Lagos State, to all the state, or your state, in all the states in Lagos, in Yoruba land, to come together. They are not negligent. They know this truth. And so Oyo State didn't come out and say, Oyo State want to have his own, so only idiot, hopeless politician in Biafra land, they will soon start coming. Abia is going to fight to have his own autonomous security outfit. Bayelsa will want to have his own, but you are not reasoning, negligent. It brought us to our knee. Understand that the Northerners are divided, they have minority. But for them to still make you think that they are united, they didn't say the Fulani security outfit. They say the Northern security outfit. It is called Alhaji Damburo Wakashegi security outfit. Because they understand that they don't have to be negligent. Awusa man know today that the Fulani are going to destroy them, and they are ready. The Biron man, the Nupe man, the Gwari man, the Adamawa man, they all know Fulani is a threat to all of them. And Fulani will kill all of them for British government. But yet, because they don't want to lose on both sides, because they said if you cannot beat them, you join them, what did they do? They still hide. Our own Northern security as a man, our own is Alhaji Dambro Wakashege security outfit. But can we ever learn as Biafrans? If you try to understand what we are telling you, if you try to be very committed to the calling of freedom, you will understand how they conquered Africa. Today somebody say, no, our concern is we are making sure that Bayelsa is okay. Another one will say, yes, we are the Ebonians. The other one will say, yes, we are the Abonians. And another one will say, we are the Uroborians. The other one is saying, yes, we are the Nugurerians. Then the other one is Anambarians. This is exactly what they want. Believe me, we will sing this music. We will sustain this temple for a very long time. It will change. They will beat us till we are brought to our knee. Because very soon, when you get to Anambra, the language will change. The other one will say we are the Ekusigorians. The other one will say we are the Mbosiberians. And another one will say we are the Onechatarian. And then another one will say we are the Okaitarians. They will beat you down, and if this temple is sustained, they will continue till you get to street. They will not stop. They will beat you down till you begin to answer your father's name. We are the Okorotarian. Yes, we are the Nandekarantarian. You will beat you down to your father's name until all of you are standing on your own. They won't stop. When these terrorists invaded Africa, they beat us to stupor. Every tribe started gathering. The Ethiopians did not allow them to destroy them. That is why Ethiopia is the only country in Africa that was not colonized. They stood their ground. It doesn't matter whether you are a Jewish Ethiopian, you are anything Ethiopian. They stood their ground because they understand history. They know how kingdom and empire has fought in time past. They witnessed the Babylonians, the Persians and the Grecians. They were here during the time of the Rome. Rome could not even dare them, not to talk of Britain, the only country in Africa that cannot be colonized. Of course, they stood their ground, and nobody could move them. They went to South Africa, beat Mozambique out of South Africa, they scatter everybody, came to Nigeria, divided all of us, and then it looked like France was getting so greedy. British government have to hire more mercenaries. That was what brought terrorist Lugard here. They didn't stop. They beat us down into two divisions, the Northern and the Southern Protectorate. They were not okay because there was still power in that unity. They beat us down to region, Eastern region, Western region, and Northern region. It was not okay. They beat us down further to create Middle Belt and Belt Middle. It was not okay. They create Niger Delta and Delta Niger. But I tell you, they create state. It's not okay for them. They will never stop until they make sure we are all standing on our own. Negligent. But you can't see it coming. We are here to stitch the amend the cloth. We are here to amend the stitch. If we allow them to beat us back till we are standing alone, and then they will keep us down on our knee for a very long time. At the moment they were able to beat African down till each one is standing on their own, they were too weak to fight back. And so they accepted their fate. Today, Biafra nation has been strong and stronger than ever before. Why? Because we have AK-47? No. Because we have nuclear warhead? No. Because we have any nation supporting us? No. But because for the very first time, we are no longer negligent. We are coming together and speaking with one voice. The burial of our leader parents proved it. Every tribe in Biafra land was there. The Domas were there, the Gala were there. The Insion were there, the Abo were there. The Efik, the Bibion, the Enam, everybody was represented. Every tribe was represented. And this is something Nigeria never thought it will ever happen. And it's a nightmare they will not wake up from. We must not be negligent in a time like this, but rather we will continue to push harder, building a stronger frontier until these enemies have left us alone and get out of our land. Because if we do, they will bring us to our knee, and we will have no other option than to accept our fate. Most of our politicians, most of our leader has accepted that fate already. The same will is still ranging until today. But in an indirect form, we are not the ones who has become the instrument of our conquering ourselves for the invaders, as you can see. The people of interest and the Fulani are exhibiting their greed for all to see. Today, the colonial mass terrorists have stood aside. We have become the instrument of our undoing. Out of negligent, Yoruba think they can get 10% and then secure the future of the unborn children. No. The Hausa think they can support the Fulani to kill the Biafra and then they can still claim to born to rule. No. And then the Fulani will think they will always have the backing of the British government and then terrorize everybody. No. And then the politicians in Biafra land somewhere along the line will think they will always go for second tenure till all their life. Then their children will continue from where they stop. No. We will make everybody know the truth. We will not stop until every common man in the street of Nigeria will stand up and fight against Nigeria. We will make sure that everybody will fight against everybody. You cannot separate this fight. And I can assure you, Nigeria is actually introducing that state. We use their hand to introduce a state of anarchy, general state of lawlessness. Everybody will be fighting everybody, and we will know who you will separate. Because everybody will know this truth. And he said that they stand up to defend their lives, stand up to defend their land, or forever be brought down to their knee. Because this is all what Nigerians want. If not, can somebody explain to me why some idiot will come from God nowhere and tell you that they need your ancestral land for settlement? Can somebody tell me why the government of the day of Nigeria is giving free visa to everybody in Africa to come and take land in Biafra land? Can somebody please tell me why the minority of the North are being slaughtered in their thousand and their community taken over by the Fulani? Can somebody please tell me why you have an emir in Kwara State? Can somebody tell me why they have to conspire to make sure that Biafra land is undeveloped? They're beating us down bit by bit. Economically, we lose our strength. Socially, we lose our strength. Politically, we lose our ground. Religiously, we are on our knees already. And our very existence is threatened. But how long are we going to live in simplicity? How long are you going to be naive or ignorant about the way these people operate? And then understand that the only thing that will save us is for all of us to stand up as one impenetrable unit. Push these evil people out of our land. Not because of us, but because of the next generation of Biafra. They came and they called us Nigeria, even when we are not Nigeria. And some group of idiots are still killing us today for Nigeria. You will not understand. But let's look at how it works. When they came, British, to be precise, came. They look at Ududuwa. They saw the Zamfara Empire. They saw the Benin Empire. They saw the Biafran Empire. No. They picked a cross-section of us. And they said, as our leader will always say, you are in Nigeria. Nobody bothered to find out what Nigeria represents. Nobody bothered to consider what Nigeria will mean to us today. And do you know that till this very moment, some people are still killing you in the name of one Nigeria? Do you know that your grandfather is not a Nigeria? And so when you are meant to believe that you are a Nigerian, you are fighting a noble cause to retain Nigeria, don't you know your grandfather is not a Nigerian? Do you really understand what we are talking about here? That my grandfather and your grandfather are not Nigeria? And so when somebody comes out and tell you God created Nigeria, look at the person's face and you will see how evil they are. And so when somebody comes and say, let us pray for Nigeria as your pastor, look at the person and know he's a 419. When somebody tell you this our one Nigeria is something we have to work to build, those are the people who hate you. Those are the people who are waiting for you to die. And then they take over your inheritance. They reduce our political and traditional ruler to common criminal, common beggar, intimidated with fear, and they leave us with no leader. Yet we fail to see the danger of this. Today, who speak for us? Only one man stand up in the crowd to speak and address everybody for who they are. Others are afraid. If ordinary Kano State Governor Erufai issue order now, I say I want all the governors in South, South and Southeast to see me in my office. I tell you, only few will resist that call. Trust Imo State Governor. Trust Abia. Trust Enugu. All the governors in Southeast will not wait till the next day. They will move immediately. And of course, only people like Wike may delay. But he will answer. If your governors will run like a mad dog to answer ordinary imp like Kwankwaso or Erufai or Abakeyare or idiots like a Brutai and other hopeless animal, your governor, who is Igwe? And now you understand why they tell you our hands are tied. But we can't see the danger. The Yoruba understand this. With one voice they speak. The Yoruba cannot die anymore. And so all of them came and said, we are forming Omoteko. They went to Oyo State and said, Oyo, you have to warn Ekiti. Oyo said, but we are in the same gang with Ekiti. We agreed together. They moved to Ondo. And so Ondo, one Oyo and Ekiti. Ondo said, but we actually started it. We invited them. They rushed to Ongu. Ogun, you are the one who have been producing majority of the Yoruba leaders. So talk to Ekiti or you Anondo. But Ogun State say, yes, we are in it together. Of course, Lagos, no man's land. Every one of them are in it together. Of course, Fulani threatened for a while, but they cannot do more than a dead dog. They know their threatening will fall on deaf ear because the Yoruba have formed an impenetrable unit. With one voice, they say, Omotekun have come to stay. But of course, Facebook have cut us off. And I will reconnect and we continue from there. This is how it pains them. But they don't know what they are going in or what is coming for them.
Oh mama, what amazing departure without saying goodbye. The whole world have gathered, waiting for our victory. We see you no more, mama. Your beloved ones are crying, seeking for your royal wisdom. We have it no more, mama. Afomorese, no running, we Biafrans are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running, BMI are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running, we I Boba saying, we all say goodbye. Oh mama, what amazing departure without saying goodbye. The whole world have gathered, waiting for our victory. We see you no more, mama. Your beloved ones are crying, seeking for your royal wisdom. We have it no more, mama. Afomorese, no running, we Biafrans are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running, BMI are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running, we I Boba saying, we all say goodbye. Mama, we love you. Mama, we miss you. After everything you've done, sudden death came and took you away. Mama, we are crying because we are missing you. Mama, where are you? I know that one day we shall meet again to depart no more. I don't go so no, mama.
I am well to do, full of strength, with wisdom from mama. Where do I go? And where shall I start to enter the promised land? Oh mama, we miss you, we miss you.
Eka Biafra, eka Frukundo, sina fukondeni. Edia kuku, yapere duwe, afuku kongeni no. Eti ekani no, sanga somo, nini yo somo, kipane sirobo, nini yo somo, kipane sirebasi. Mama o, sanga somo.
Ememle mama Odumule mama gumbe Mama Olabede bajele ejele abulano Mother of Biafra, we love you so much. Forever you will be in our hearts.
Yes, of course, we love Mama and Papa like we love Biafra. We are not going anywhere. This is still Radio Biafra Isra for the avoidance of doubt. This is season 2 of the same topic, of course. Like I said, our topic is the art of negligence and how it led to the conquest of Africa as a nation. The same mistake is being repeated. This is season 2. Facebook and other idiots must understand. If Nigerian Home Video can act a film of 1 hour and make up to season 30 out of a movie of 1 hour, believe me, we are not going anywhere. Shut down your server. This is not we block you, you have violated your policy, your privacy. You don't have privacy because you are not sincere to yourself. Yoruba managing Facebook, it's too late. It's too late. The person will do gun, I do bulletproof. This is season 2 of this broadcast. We continue. You cut it off, we go to season 3. But the truth must be told. The truth must be told. Is over 400 years of slavery not enough for you people? Over 200 life of living a miserable life not enough for you people? We will not expose the next generation to this evil. And that is why we are here. But we can all do ourselves a favor. This is Radio Biafra Extra for the avoidance of doubt. Radio Biafra Extra is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, of course, Mazi from F4. Who is standing on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Kano, the king of Afari Beku, and I remain George Onyeibe. And of course, where I was before, I was rudely interrupted by Facebook. I was reminding you that when the Hausa went to consult the Yoruba to see if they can intimidate them, but the Yoruba have come of age. And sometimes I see reason why our leaders say, this generation that form Omotekon, we can't work with them. Because they didn't allow idiots like Tinubu to deceive them. Fulani ran every nook and cranny of Yoruba land. They spoke with one voice. Yorubas are not the same. We have Ijebu, we have Ekale, we have Oyo, we have Ife. They are not the same, minority and majority of Yoruba, but they spoke with the same voice. So when you are hopeless idiot telling me you are Delta Niger Delta, Aboriginal, Equalitarian, you reason again. We must not allow negligence to bring us down. And when the Fulani noticed they cannot divide the Yoruba, they went to do Shakara. Now, since the Yoruba have formed their own, we will pursue Yoruba from our Fulani land. But Fulani don't have land, but the Yoruba don't give a hoot. Yoruba didn't even mind them. And after 3 days, Yoruba did not respond. Just the same way they give Igbo quick notice. Then they go back and say, okay, since the Yoruba want to do their own, we will do our own. Our own security is Operation Dabur. But did anybody quarrel you? Go and do Operation Babu Zaru Babu Babi Allah. It doesn't concern anybody. All this were entailed in the Aburi Accord. You can't deceive us. But the truth remains that today, the greatest nightmare of the Fulani is that they can't stop Omotekon. And as I'm talking to you, the Nupe man know that there is need to set up their own security. The Gwari man know that they are gone. The Middle Belt know. The Biron man know. If all of them don't set up their own security outfit, and depending on Alhaji Damburu Wakashege security outfit, Fulani will continually decimate them. But Biafrans, make no mistake about it. Our leader has made it clear. Our own security outfit is coming. They are there already. There is nothing like Enugu securitarian, Bayelsa securitarian, River State securitarian, Cross River. No, one security outfit will defend Biafra land. This is their greatest nightmare. That is why Fulani are coming to Enugu to come and do an arrangement with all those useless politicians. They were doing setting up their own security. They call Fulani. Fulani, come and help us plan it. You're intellectual. But we must not be negligent. We must not be negligent. We must stand our ground and against these people. They moved ahead and they divided us. I want only a little few of us to understand the importance of standing together. They don't want us to know this truth. They don't want us to stand together. And as a result of not standing together, they go to communities and burn down community. The community was burned down recently in Bayelsa. Odi was demolished. Agatu massacre was there. Nimbo massacre was there. Aba massacre was there. Onitsha Head Bridge massacre was there. Iguacha massacre was there. They divide us because we are not speaking with one voice. Have you heard where they massacre Yoruba? Fulani are killing Hausa just to take over their land. That is not massacre. That is the law of karma, the law of retribution taking its full course in their midst. You cannot go down and burn Yoruba land because they speak with one voice. But the more you keep shouting, you are Niger Delta, Delta Niger, Upland, the river and bottom line, they burn down your community, nothing will happen. But I tell you, they will never recover the day all of us will stand up and I say, I am Igbo man. If you are a Biafran, you are in Brazil. I need you to go to one of the museum or all the museum in Brazil and look for our culture hidden there. You will see there is a flag somewhere in Brazil in one of their museum. What is written in that flag is Ibonine. And the Ibonine, it's not spelled correct like Ibonine. They wrote it Ibolile. But I knew they were saying Ibonine. And maybe the person who told them our language has said, all these people here are Ibonine, all the Igbos. And that was including Niger Delta and Delta Niger, Bottomland and River Rhine. They classified all of you as Ibonine. Our leader said it in his last broadcast. But I hope you will understand. They go to place burning down houses. They demolish our business place. Only Biafrans do they demolish their business place. They use religion to destroy us. They economically strangulate us. They hijack our business. We are the one being killed indiscriminately, intimidated and harassed in our own land. All these things are happening before our eyes. But we have all failed to read the handwriting on the wall. This is total conquest, for your information. If we do not stand up and fight, our children will still be wondering how we were able to conquer and reduce to ordinary women in the nearest future. It's amazing how Africans were conquered and brought to their knee. Let me give you a glimpse of who they are. A poet wrote by the name Mazi Kunene. He said, African, my Africa. Africans of proud warriors in essential savannah. Africans of whom my grandmother sings of. I have never known you, but your blood flows in my vein. Your beautiful black blood that irrigates the feet. The blood of your sweat, the sweat of your work, the work of your slavery. African, tell me, African, could it be your way that is bent under the weight of humiliation? I will stop there. But he knew that Africans were proud warriors in a central savannah. But look at what we have become today. You wonder how they conquered us. I can assure you, put 10 Caucasian men together, I will blow them, and they will not survive like the Fulani man. But how do they conquer our ancestors? It's because of negligence. How can the son of a slave rule the son of a king? How can a Fulani man with the anointing to waka everywhere in the world conquer the son of a wrestler? And now you understand. If we do not rise up, our children will one day begin to wonder, how do they bring our father down? Do not forget we have suffered more than our father. And if we do nothing, our children will suffer more than us. Make no mistake about it. It is not because we are weak, but it is because of our negligence. I really did not matter to us. Issues that really don't matter to us. But the moment the rest of us will rise up and ensure that these things matter to us, believe me, we will get our life back. Let's not give up everything because of negligence, like our fathers and ancestors did. Let's not let them prey us and divide us further. They have been the one preaching to us all these years. This is the time we'll tell ourselves this story. This is the time we'll tell our children who we are. This is the time We tell the world what we are going through. And this is the time we will oppose tyranny. We will oppose terrorists. We will oppose Nigeria. We will oppose the indirect way of terrorism or colonization. We will stand to regain our life. That as we were in the beginning, that we must also be that way in the end. We will ask that we be the author of our destiny. We just simply ask that we be left to control our time and space. For we had no intention of conquering anybody. But anything outside that, we can assure you Nigeria is not ready for what is coming. Our leader told you Somalia will be better than Nigeria. And I hope you feel the aroma of what is to come. I'll be back in a minute.
Strength of every nation is in the hands of our people. We've been lost in the dark for so long, chained by the enemies of freedom. Everything in life has got its time. I can see the sun is rising. And beyond the hills of hopelessness lies the hope and freedom we believe in. I can hear the drums of war. Stand this flag, a symbol of freedom, a symbol of freedom.
If the option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence, every living thing living in the zoo will be destroyed. All the animals will be destroyed. It's a promise and a pledge we're making to them. They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about
man, child and woman, seeking for a great tomorrow. The time has come to stand up tall, show the world that we stand with He that owns creation. From the ashes of the fallen ones, I can see Biafra rising. Blood, tears, and sacrifice still remains the price we must pay for freedom. A symbol of freedom, a symbol of freedom.
Yes, we must stand up and fight. Our flag is just a symbol of freedom. And of course, our message is clear. It is negligent that made the African nation to be brought to their knees by the terrorists who invaded Africa. The same pattern. The same method is still being deployed. And we sit back and we do nothing. They will beat us down, I repeat. From our nation, they will beat us down to our country. From our country, they will beat us down to our state. From our state, they will beat us down to our region. From our region, they will beat us down to our local government. From our local government, they will beat us down to our community. From our community, they will beat us down to our kindred. From our kindred, they will beat us down to our home. To our home, they will beat us down till we are standing alone, and when we are gone, there will be nothing like us again. You are a Biafran anywhere in the world. This is your time. Look for IPOB family closer to you and join. If you are finding it difficult to do that, join this team of last miracle worker, because we will shake the world, believe me, but they will regret it. We will shake the world, but they will regret it. You know, they are saying nothing will happen. We will suffer them, but something will happen. Their mind has not conceived it. They cannot think about it. Something will happen. And don't be left outside the city gate. Look for IPOB family closer to you and join. If you find it difficult, send us your name, your phone number, and your location. The nearest coordinator will contact you. Make no mistake about it. We are not here to conquer Yoruba. We don't want to conquer Hausa Fulani. We don't want to conquer British government. We don't want to conquer anybody. But we say a word is enough for a wise. It is time to let the Biafra nation be. The WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. Is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614. And then call her on the line, your name and where you calling from.
Mazi Onyeibe.
Monitoring Spirit. Good evening from here.
Odiga banwe Ogaga humo banwe Odigi abawa banwe na gojera mu Mazi Onyeibe Tukwo tikabia na gojera tedu temefo Tukwo tikabia ma ebe o masere gị na ị ga-eji satara anyị onye nzọpụta onye nsọ gị Trump amadụ chai ụwa niile amadụ mana mụ onwe m bụ Okechukwu Ezikọ ha nwa Chinọfukwu amaragele okoro dị mma Ezika n'okoro dị mma mụ IPOB agị na-azụ na-ede nsogbu anọ da iso gị na-azụ enwedị ihe na-eme iwetakere bịa ịhụ nne na nna anyị agara tinye n'ime ala maka dị Taliban and Trump you are there watching. Trump Chukwu Okike abịa say I should ask you this 3 questions. How do you weigh a kilogram of fire? How? How do you measure a cubic meter of wind? How do you return back a day that has passed? If you cannot answer this question, one pretend can work for. One pretend and the divide Nigeria now. Let Biafra go. We are the children of the Most High people. And my beloved brother, the Messiah of Israel. Our leader said that we are tied by blood with you. Go and check the book of Joshua, chapter 22. Study it very well. What about that altar at the Jordan River This is what they said, that your people will not agree tomorrow with our people that we supposed to and live in heaven. Then you study Joshua chapter 23 and Joshua chapter 24. Then when Joshua was about to die, he said, their mouth will be a witness, choose the God you will worship. And Joshua said, I will worship the God that lives in heaven. Is it not true? Now, religious leaders all over the world, go and take Mark chapter 12, verse 38 to 30 to 40. You useless idiots, deceiving yourself. Second Peter chapter 2, stop deceiving yourself. That is Jesus say you people are idiots. Now, listen, as I want you go, Mbaka, take here from Biafra and allow our listeners. Let me tell you, if that, see, Hausa and Yoruba, if you don't divide Nigeria now, let Biafra go. We are going to take your land. We must look, write it down, MUST. If you don't divide Nigeria now, we will fight you everywhere, Biafra all over the world. Relax. Just all the guy with a key, but I have a how to lie to people, how to read that I want to take a like car. Then I know I want to put one more. Money, Canonala, Canolisi, Canolosi, Canonanamu, Canonawa, Canonapapani. I have 2 men, okay, more 10 minutes. I can get the grabber. Master, Master, on the name. Some of them are about to go to Baba. Only some non of Biafra. Number of photos. They went on down another. No one lying. Long down for the Gotim. Mona dead and number. The governance of Matanjo Fa. Let's go for the Mapani Meropo. When it's a master. All your Pulasin at Biafra. Kitab. Somebody may ask you. Biafra is the come and join. If I think I'm home. Eba kiga humiri, eba kaige jaka aeroplane, romoto, uno akeba de toza. Koyo bla ti Biafra ya, o na gata na la ngoro mma. Ma go ni go to the oh Biafra.
Biafra, we hail you. We must continue. Our people must not be negligent. Our people must stand up. Our people must watch out. Our people must see the need why we should come together, forming one impenetrable unit, and then we shall speak a word and it will come to pass. Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Onyeibe, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Stop listening to your radio.
I greatly appreciate. Hello, sir.
Stop listening to your radio.
Stop
listening to your radio. Go ahead and stop listening to your radio.
I appreciate what you are doing for us.
Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Yes, caller on the line. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Jonas. I'm calling from Aba.
Go ahead, please.
It is my first time of calling. I'm thank you to the problem for making it possible for me to go to this line today. I really appreciate what people are doing for us. What you are doing, in fact, let me make it clear. What the people are doing for us, only people are there will reward the people. and we Biafrans, we people of.
Of course, we lost that caller, but we must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Mazi Onyeibe, good afternoon.
Yes, good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. My name is Ugo Onyejaka. Ugo, my man Onyejaka. Mazi, I am from Amibo. Amibo is an Olo. Amibo is the home of the tiger. Amibo is the home of King Jaja of Opobo. Mazi, I reside here in Washington, D.C., United States. And by the grace of God, I am the national PRO for IPOB in United States. Mazi, I want to thank God on your behalf, and I want to thank the Creator of heaven and earth for giving life to our Nnamdi Ikukanu. Mazi, please, I want to use this opportunity first of all to announce about our 2020 Million Man March that is coming up here in Washington, D.C. It's the Freedom March. It's the Freedom March for everybody. If you are from United States, if you are even in Nigeria, everybody is invited. So please, Mazi, permit me just to say little thing
again. Of course, go ahead.
Mazi, I am using the opportunity to call on all our beloved brothers and sisters. I know everybody has woken up. Even if you are from Arewa, even if from Oduduwa, the youth of Nigeria, wake up because your destiny has been stolen. You have done everything you can do to survive. You have gone to the university. You have learned all trade, but there is nothing to show for it. People have hijacked your destiny. That is this Fulanis and all the cabals. So please join IPOB, join Nnamdi Kanu, join for the restoration of Biafra so that your life will have meaning. So I am calling everybody. This one is not this is for Biafra or this is not for Biafra. I'm calling the middle belt people. I'm calling the Arewa youth who do not have job. I am calling even the Oduduwa youth who do not have job. Everybody should rise up, join Nnamdi Kanu for restoration of Biafra. When Biafra is restored, everybody in that contraction called Nigeria, then you will see that something good will be coming your way. Mazi, these are the youth, these are the children of the Biafran that were massacred, the children that were starved to death. The Kwashoko children, we have risen, and there is no going back. We must surely march, whether, no matter whatever that it takes. Thank God America have started waking up. Everybody, even in the churches in America, a lot of people have woken up. People are hearing about, the plight of the Biafrans. Then Biafra is here. The only thing we have to do is our youth have to just join, wake up every day, listen to the radio Biafra, and then you will see what's going to happen. Thank God for bringing somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in our life during this time. Thank you, Mazi. Let me just give chance for other people to talk.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Yes, caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
Hello.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra, go ahead, please.
Okay. Humble Sunday, Chokodi, Anna. Eshim, Eddie Baba, Aumoni in the state. When we say Aumoni Suka in Biafra land. Make a loser police. Say how Daruni. Go Baburundi. I want to Biafra, the mission. And I'm a stage cook Kadiama. Gozena na nunu. Gozikon Nnamdi Kanu. Gozikon. The Biafra niile ndị wepụtara obi ha ịhụ na strong law na o nwere ike ana m asị Chukwu okike abịa ama ka ọ gọzie ihe ọbụla biko Mazi Onyeibe o nwere ka m gwa ndị mmadụ onye ọbụla na ya wụ onye Biafra asfara Igbo n'afọ Biafra ọ bụrụ na iwepụtara ọkpa gị wepụta aka gị wepụta obi gị na-agwa gị eziokwu ihere ga-abụ nke gị ihe a Nnamdi Kanu wepụtara anyị Onyeibe wepụtara anyị Uche Maso wepụtara anyị hapụ ihe niile ha kwesịrị ime na-agba mbọ ịhụrụ ụmụ anyị agaghị ata ahụ na bịamnihu gị onye si na-ewu ị na-azụ ọrụ ọchịchị na nzu Naijiria ọ gaghị adịrị gị na mma ebe ọ hụrụ ụmụ gị nọ kpọrọ ụmụ gị nọ n'obodo oyibo anyị nwụdị nọ na ala Biafra ọrụ ka enwee Biafra kpọrọ ụmụ gị wụsa n'obodo oyibo so that na onwe ihe mere na onwe ihe ga ụmụ gị nwere ebe ụmụ gị nọ Biafra ma ebe ụmụ gị nọ onye ọbụla tinye aka weta aka weta ụkwụ ka ahụ dat na Biafra na ogheri si n'ala Biafra onye ọbụla si na Biafra ga-abịa ama onye ahụ ga-echi onye ọbụla si na Biafra a na-ekwu okwu ya ga-echi ama onye ahụ ga-echi maka na onye ahụ ihe ọma na-asa ya afọ ana m ya Chukwu okike abịa ma onyere Uche mefụ aka nye na m ji aka nyere George Onyeibe aka baa ha ume n'ihe nke ha na-arụ maka na ihe ha na-arụ awụghị sọsọ maka ezinụlọ ha ọ wụ ezinụlọ mmadụ niile na mbịata n'ihu anyị ga-eri uru ya ụmụ anyị ga-eri uru ihe ndị a ana m arịọ Chukwu okike abịa maka ọ gọzie onye ọbụla tinyere aka na strong na ka Chineke gọzie onye ahụ n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ma
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp, hold on, I'm coming for you. Caller on the line.
Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from here.
Ahambo Isaac Adeza. I see Mongolo Province, exactly in Bidi. And make an estimate. I chom ka injiri go dibo. Uregwande bani. And make an estimate nambo. Uti Chineke si meka. Nkubi okwu ndị itiri gbara n'isi na ụzọ ahịa ha aga na Faridek maka beria Chineke nke usu n'ime nke ndị agha eme ụzọ aga a na-ekelekwana Chineke otu usu wee mee ụnụ nye ụnụ mmụọ a na-akpọ egwu atụ mgbụbọ na ọda akpọ ụnụ dị fearless nke a na-egosi na spirit of Chukwuokabịama ọ nọ n'ime ụnụ elela anya n'azụ kaba n'ihu asị Chineke ga-agba unu ume chekwa ezinụlọ nwunye gị ime ụlọ site na aka Nnamdi Kanu nọ na Uche mefọ ma gị onwe gị ma ndị niile nwere mkpebi nwe otu olu otu obi n'ije ozi a ịfụna na nwere onwe gị anyị asị Chineke na amara ya ọbara n'ụba n'aha Chukwuokabịama ya mere ugbu a chọrọ m iji olu Igbo gaa n'ihu were gwa ndị be anyị ndị nna amaghị ma nwere ihe ọfụrụ ha dịka ikuku fụọ ha n'isi ejiri mara ndị Igbo wee pụọ ha niile ya bụ ndị ekpụrụ onwe ha ndị ọchịchị achọrọ m ime ka ha mara n'ezie na akparamagwa atụrụ anya n'aka ha bụ ihe anyị na-afụ nke na-egosi na ndị a akpọrọ ha ndị na-amaghị ihe kara ha wee mara ihe in the sense that na ihe a ha ji ha kwara ngwa ọrụ igbusi ụmụnne ha site n'iji ego na-enwe isi n'ọdụ emegharị ha anya na nke a na-egosi na n'ezie na ejiri mara ha amamihe ndị Igbo na-afụfụrụ ya n'ime ndụ ha na-emekwana ka ha mara n'ezie na ha atụkwala uche na ha gba mgba megide nwere onwe na ha ga-enwere onwe ha n'ụwa asị ka ọ bụ n'ihi na Chineke bụ God of freedom. Chineke bụ God of freedom is, I'm telling you, the foundation of this move. Ọ bụrụ na ha gbara mgba megide this move, be scripturally written and ordained by God Almighty, they will never have freedom in their lives. ana m akọwara unu ụmụnne m ndị si na ha bụ ndị politiks mgbe iji ọbara ụmụnne gị egwu politiks akwụkwọ nsọ si na mkpụrụ onye kụrụ na ọ ga-aghọ ya ejikọ ọbara gị na ikwu na ibe ya mee gịnị gbuokwa ya bikọsi ndị a gị na ha nọ nchere gị na ha emetụ nwa agwụ isi na-abụ ewere gị rụwa ọrụ ọjọọ arụchaa nwanne m they will not allow you to live to tell the story ndị a unu si na ha ma ha akara unu nwere ihe ha agaghị ahapụ gị na ezinụlọ to exist maka ọ bụ na ha hapụ gị ka ime ịkọ hapụ gị ka ebe ndụ ha nwa na institution the security of our land maybe they have used you to eliminate the people of Igbo land in order to possess you get make you expose to your children and grandchildren your lineage and in that way again make their peace to be at stake therefore they will not leave you they will make sure they kill you and when you na akọ banyere Kwara State yes somebody nwanne nwoke nọ n'oche ọchịchị agba ntaji anya nwanyị ukwu wee ji ha ya ndị itiri gbara na brain nyere aka ebe kwasị nwanne ha sọchi ije n'igbu this man and what happened last mgbe ahụrụ na ha enyere ya aka gbuo nwanne ya ha ekwere ya ịnọ na oche ahụ ekweghị ịnọ n'oche eze ahụ kama ha gbara mbọ gbuo ya ma werezie onye otu ha tinye gịnị mere anyị agaghị enwe akọ na uche nwee uche dịka ụgbọ mara ihe mana dat na ndị a bụ agwụ isi na-abụ ọtọ ma egbu m ego ole dịka ha na-enye gị ndị nwe the possessor the right hair of the nation the right hair of all the resources iwe nwegharị iwe chefuo mara na chefuo nyụọ ya anya dat na ndị a were gị bụ ụmụnne gị egbuchaa na ha gị werere gị most elebe ihe ị na-eche n'obi ụmụnne m ndị kpụrụ onwe ha ndị politicians gịnị ka unu na-eche na unu ga-adị steeti ga-asị asị n'agbanyeghị mba ụwa ọbụla ịgbajere will be hunt down they will make sure they kill you amarakwa na ebe ị ga-eje for safety ha nwere ike ịtụnyere gị bụkwa obodo ha obodo mba ụwa ha bilọngụrụ to make sure na ịlahụ na nta biko na ụmụnne m ana m ayị unu ndị politiks a ndị eriri eri ndị dịka akọ na uche unu ekwarahụrụ unu n'ihi nwa ntọntọ ịchọ nchọ ha na-enye unu nchọ dịka nga na wụrụ nwa ọka wee nwụda ha were nkata kpuchie ha gbuo ha ọ bụkwa ihe ọwụ na wee na-ele anya wee chefuo obi unu wee nwezi uche ajụrụ asị m ka m gwa m unu biko ọwụ iwe ka ụmụnne unu ji asị ole ka unu si atụgharị dịka wee na-asị na ụkwụ ụmụnne unu dị ka ụkwụ anụ nọ n'ọhịa wee na-egbusa ewu na-ewebụ ngwa ọrụ eji egbusi ụmụnne unu ọ bịa bụ iwe ha ọ bịa bụ iwe Nnamdi Kanu ọ bịa bụ iwe Uche Metọ ọ bịa bụ iwe George Onyeibe bụrụkwa iwe ha kọọ Biafra ha ji wee na-asị that they will not leave you they will not spare you that you must be paid back with your coins ọ bụ iwe ha ma ọ bụrụ na oge ekwu na omume dịka ndụmọdụ a si na-apụta na mgbe awa ọ bụrụ na oge ekwe n'ụlọ omume ụmụnne m ndị emechiri anya ya kwenyere m na ezigbote onye ọbara onye Igbo bụ ọbara Igbo na ọgwụ anaghị atụ ya mana ọ bụrụ na unu hapụrụ n'ihi ego ọgwụ atụ ụnụ Chukwu oke abịa ma ka nna asị ewepụ ihe niile bụ any influence of anything unu believe unu na affect n'isi unu then I'm assuring you that your brothers and your sisters that are fighting for this move they don't mean any hurt on you. Why insultive? Why can't they be insultive? Mgbe ha nwụrụ n'ụlọ hapụ the right track na-agbaja akụ egwu ndị ụmụ mmụọ na-agba egwu ụmụ mmụọ na-akụrụ gịnị ga-eme ha eweli iwe dị ọkụ megide unu mana ihe na-agwụ na ọ bụ na unu na-anụ iwu ndị nwere nghọta na mgbe awa dịka m na-agwụ unu I want you to put down today's date. Today is 19th of February 2020. Biko detuo ya edetuo ana m agwa gị na ndị a ga-eyuzi ha ga-egbukwa gbuo lineage they will not spare you to tell the story mana nwunye m na-ahụta ụmụnne unu na-agwa unu bụka unu gbaa U-turn ọ bụ na ọ ga-ekwu unu mee isi na windo abata you are welcome ọ bụ na ọ ga-ekwu unu mee ịkpaka rufu ipop family abakpute they will welcome you ọ bụ na ọ ga-ekwu unu isi na gate abata they will welcome you ọ bụkwa na ọ ga-ekwu unu igbu underground si n'okpuru kpakpute na this ipop family they will still welcome you ọ bụ oku a na-akpụ na onwe ihe ọzọ ele ụlọ na-amụtakwa ihe n'enu ndị Yoruba. Look at them, their community just yesterday. They were backed up by all their political people. They were backed up, fully backed up by them. They were unanimously with one heart. When you see the hike, who could see hike, I give the move with when I want to come on wolf. Gini na unu ji na-agba ụfọdụ na-agba aka na ụfọdụ na-agba aka ekpe ụmụaka a na-ebe akwa so ụmụnne bịa ka jikọ obi ọnụ wee nọpụta ihe afra n'ihe ọkwa ọ dị mma na nwere onwe nke gị nwa n'ezinụlọ gị a na ụmụ ya mụtara isi na ị ga-eji plan wee try ya out and telling you ị ga-adị ndụ ọnwụ ka mma ma ọ bụrụ na ịrụcha ndụmọdụ a izi ya mere ihe maka onwe gị ebe ọbụla ga-akọnten gị na ụmụ gị ahụ ma ọ bụrụ na ịrụcha ala gbucha ụmụnne gị iwe sị na ị ga-agbara gị n'ala ezigbo asị ka ọ bụ asịkwa ọkụ n'ọnụ ka ọ bụ ya mere biko onye asị iwe nwanne ya na-eru n'ọkpụkpụ agbanyeghị otu ọbụla ha si gbuo unu ha na-agbu unu na-akpọ oyi ka akọ na uche unu lọta ha anaghị eme ihe ka e were gosi na ha kpụrụ unu asị ma ọ bụ na-ekwu otu a nke unu nwụọ ma ọkụ unu wee gbuo unu wefu unu mba to my understanding ụmụaka na-speak to you in parables because ị nọ na etiti ndị a na-ebighị ugwu ka ị were amamihe eji mara ndị Igbo lọta ụlọ ọ bụ ihe a na-ekwu mgbe taa osita dị mma ọ bụ ezigbo ihe ụmụnne m biko ọnụ nọ n'ime ebe unu isi ụzọ adịghị ha itiri gbara ya ụmụnne lọghachi n'azụ ka jikọ aka ọnụ ọma Amerịka ọgba ofufu a sị m ọ bụrụ na unu ga-atụgharị uche n'okwu a n'ụbọchị taa I'm telling you God Almighty ọ ga-eziriri unu ihe o ji bụrụ isi na mgbe ikpeazụ ụmụnne ngawa na ihe ụjọ atụlụ unu o mmeri abịago kama unu ekwekwala ka mmiri ruru eru ma unu ekwekwala ka mmiri ya ruru eru ma unu n'ihi onye Chineke nọnyere kara onye mba ụwa niile nọnyere Chineke Chukwu Okike abịa ma nọnyere ụmụ Biafra and that victory has assured them is here with us. May God Almighty, God everlasting, God of peace and God of freedom continue to sustain us until this final goal is achieved. In the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. God bless you.
You see, thank you very much, Ma. You have really touched the heart of Biafra. Thank you very much. Our people must understand it is simple. We must come together and recover all that is left of us. We must not be negligent about this issue. It really doesn't matter who ought is caught. It's as simple as that. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Good evening, my brother.
Thank you for holding on.
Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
My name is Kuba. I'm calling all the way from Switzerland. God bless our leader. God bless all the followers, all the lovers of Biafra. Please, to give this short message to my leader. Another savior, holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Good evening once again. I know I told the zoo that I will be coming down to the burial of our leader, parents. The luck they have, you were saying something about this idiot Okon. I said, leave this Okon. He just want to make his name advert. He just want to be popularity, That's why he opened his mouth to say, and they have luck that the way we plan for them, at least, they know everything. So it's not even it's talking about the zoo again. All we know that we have seen Biafra. Biafra is what we are seeing. The Britain now, if it's only the zoo that is only Biafra, by now we have gotten Biafra. The zoo is not our problem. We should not be, because if we want to stage the zoo under a seconds, we'll collapse the zoo. But the problem is the UK. Is the Britain. They are the problem, and the United Nations, they know that everything our leader is saying is the right thing. They know that everything our leader is saying, they know that he's saying the right. Leaders, so give us Biafra under 11 months. They will be saying, what is this? Is it Africa country or is it from Africa? They know the fact. Leave all these things they are just doing all these things. We know that if today they say let the Biafra to go, then the Britain and the United, they know what they are benefiting from the Biafra. They know who we are. So that's why they are just trying to delay doing all this. But what all they will do, the more they are doing this, the more we all are educated. We all are seeing things. We all are standing with our leader. If our leader give us go ahead today, killing the Fulani or collapsing the zoo is not our problem. A seconds will bring them down. Let them bring all the Amajiri, Fulani, man. Okay, look at now. You are not hearing. No, the man of God is saying anything now. No, the man of God, no one is saying anything. All of them went to sit down. They went to hide. They are afraid. They cannot. You see it. You say you are a man of God. You will see the truth. To speak the truth is your problem. Then you say you are a man of God. To speak the truth, come out and say what they are doing is not good. They cannot say the truth. This man said last time, Pastor Suleiman, up till the last 2 years, last year, I have not heard from him. Umbaka and all of them, Bishop Boyaribo, no one they are hearing from again. All of them keep quiet. They are claiming all the weight of Christianity. The Christianity, who brought Christianity to Nigeria? The Britain brought Christianity to Nigeria. Then give the power to the Muslims, the Fulani, Boko Haram. They should be killing us. Then we say we are Christians. Then why are we Christians? Where did Jesus Christ say? One thing we don't know about this, you will be in your house. Someone will just come, kill you, and go. You say, God, go and do fasting and prayer. This is what our leader said. Maybe you are moving you are going to somewhere, you escape a Fulani or a ham robber. You go to say, God, thank you. The ham robber did not catch me. I escaped. What is it, God? I don't know the way we reason. Anything we go to church and give testimony. Over this place we are here in abroad, how many white people go to church? They said they brought Christianity to us. The white people that doesn't even go to church, even better than us, 100 times. The white people they don't believe in anything. Some of them they will say don't believe in they believe in natural. They're even better than us. We that say we are Christian, we are suffering. I asked one of my friends one day that we are a Christian, we go to church, we do everything. But why the white people that doesn't go to church, they are more far better than us? He said, do you know why? It's the government. Do you know why it's the Britain? I said, it's the facts. Because this thing they are doing, they know, okay, go to almost nowhere in the world you will not find someone that is from Nigeria. All these things, we have it. We have what that will take care of the whole Africa. But they just mislead us and bring out this name called Nigeria to give us. We should be answering Nigeria, taking bad names. Anywhere you go, you say you are from when you mention the name Nigeria, they'll say, they will look at this, say why is Nigeria. Because they know that we are a slave. And what our leader have come now to tell us to break that yoke. Now, some stupid people stand now, that man. What they will know? If the zoo is our problem, by now we are conquering the zoo. They are not our problem. But let them wait. These people they are killing here and there, taking the life of Biafra as if they are the owner of the life. We will come for them. And we will come for them. They will anywhere they run to, we'll find them. We'll bring them out. Let them be doing everything they are doing. I came to Nigeria because in Nigeria, I was in my leader's house. Wait to see what they would do. And the law they have, they don't even temper to do any misbehave. Maybe by now they're saying that maybe by now we'll be giving scores that maybe like so people, But the only issue that let us just be prayerful and let our leader, let God protect him, let God give him more wisdom, to lead us. I know it's not easy. What he's doing is not easy. How could someone that is fighting for a freedom lost his father and his mother at the same time? Then they think the zoo think I will forgive them. Even though today Biafra, if me I'm even saying today, when I want to have Nigeria say, even though Biafra come today, I want us to still kill this Fulani. Let's kill some of them. Let's reduce them. We still not to reduce them. No, we cannot just let Biafra to come and just go like that. So we have to let us at least let them sit. We should go and kill some of them, reduce their population. Because this thing is paining me sometimes. It's paining me because every time they will just come and be doing. Okay, look at what this idiot man. Who is this idiot? They are just be doing anything. They are the owner of their life. They don't even have conscience. We say we are the zoo. Everything goes to the north. We the east don't have nothing. They are saying Lagos. Look at Lagos today. Look at the population in Lagos. They will be saying Lagos is too tight. This one. Why would they divide these issues? Open some seaports. Give us good roads. Give us electricity. We have what this is. Look at common Niger. Niger here have Ghana. Ghana will say Ghana must go. Look at Ghana now today. Some people say to enter the Ghana you must struggle to enter Ghana. Look at the Ghana. I don't know why we don't think. We are claiming Nigeria. You are not ashamed. You just come out and say, I'm from Nigeria. What did Nigeria, what benefit? Who will Nigeria help? Nigeria, who will help? Who Nigeria? Tell me one person. You will see a graduate today is still suffering. Someone did not go to school, that did not even go, it will be in the high ranking. Someone, the graduate will be working under him. We say we are Nigeria. When the just everything is complicated in that country. Nothing, everything. So what I'm just saying is, if Biafra come, let's go just come and collapse the remaining people that's remaining in the zoo. You know, that country full of corruption, liars, evil, all the evil you find in Nigeria. Every evil you find in Nigeria. No good thing come from that country. Okay, look at this idiot called himself Dangote. He's the richest black man, if I'm not mistaken, in the world. But look at, we are the richest, poorest black people in the world. We have everything. But they cannot help. They say that we are not Nigeria. They are taking everything to one side. Even common light. When I came home, in my compound, I on my lister every day. I do not see light for one day. Every day I on my lister. Every day. No light. We say we are Jet Africa. I don't know we listen. Let about this gospel truth that our leader is preaching. Let them come together. Let us come together with one mind. Look at the burial. The burial was very wonderful. It was very wonderful. And this shows that some of us have started waking up. We have now coming to unite, because it's only one we unite. That is when this Biafra freedom will come so quickly. And now we have already gotten it. But we should see some of us that are still adamant, that are still around saying, how come? Let them stop thinking like that. No one is happy in this country. Even when we hear the outside country, we are not even happy. Here we are. All these issues, all these things, some of these countries, we are better than them. We are far more better than them, 100 of million times. But today we are here.
People don't know that in 1983, Dubai came to borrow money from Nigeria. Today now, I'm just giving instance. Today now, idiots are going to Dubai for holiday.
Did you know how much? Did you know how much
visa?
Did you know how much Obasanjo get to Turkey? Do you know how much Obasanjo borrowed Turkey? Do you know how many billions Obasanjo borrowed to Turkey? Do you know how many countries Obasanjo borrowed money to? From Nigeria resources, from our own money. But I don't know. I keep on asking myself, why did Britain hate Nigeria so much? Why did they hate us so much? So much? Why? Go to Nigeria. They come to Facebook. You will see people in Nigeria having sickness, suffering, crying here and there. So that if I go home, I know something. I will budget my own money, budget the one I will still give to those that don't have. I'll be saying, but these people that say country, I don't know. I don't understand that country. Must you be in the secret court evil with them, doing the same evil thing? And the worst thing, when they are not become governor, you will see they'll be campaigning. As soon as they come into that seat, they will change. The devil will just come to them. The country, sometimes I will say, what kind of country is this? Why? God will bless our leader. God Almighty will bless. That must even, let me say, even Nnamdi Kanu, what he did to us, you know that, how would I say it? Even though he doesn't struggle for Biafra, we are ready to get, even this, just that he's a good man and he don't want bloodshed. That if not the way is it, by now you give us go ahead. You will see, you will hear scores yourself. You will hear scores. That's what this one they are doing. Can they hold a raffle for a complete 1 hour to shoot? What do they know? They are just jumping around, Boko Haram, carrying bomb. They think that if we start our own, they will run. One day it's like we collapse Nigeria. We collapse everything. Anybody that will kill, let them go. Look at Gaddafi. When they were telling Gaddafi, when it happened, he went to the caves. They bring him out. So this one they are just doing giddy. When he said both Abakayari, Buhari, Jubri, all of them, all the bastards, Ali Fankulo, we'll find them, we'll bring them. Not this one they are doing. They think that we are happy. All the youth we are not. See, no one is happy in that construction company called Zoo. They are stupid. They are just doing anyhow. They have luck when we went for burial. No, they don't misbehave. God bless you. Keep doing your work. We are with our director. Let him give us go ahead. We are waiting. Not this one they are doing. Even the UK said, some time to come, they pretend that will be hearing our scores. Think that what they are doing. Let them be pretending. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Keep on doing your good work.
Yes, caller on the line. Caller on the line.
Hello, Mazi. Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night to all dear friends, irrespective of your time zone. My names are Onyeibe. I'm calling from Canada. I want to appreciate God for the successful burial of our leader's parents. God really did, prove himself mighty, because he told us our enemies will come in, one direction, but they're going to flee in seven, and he actually did that. So I want to say, God, thank you for your wonderful work. Thank you for the successful burial. And I saw, the number of people that came there, they were uncountable. God is really great. God is marvelous. I want to also appreciate our leader, Mazi. I want to thank him, because if not for him, at this time, I don't know where we would have been. We would have just, slipped into slavery. But thank God he brought him at the time he did, and I know he's taking us home. I want to talk about this man, Ephraim Oba, that was in the church. And when he came back, he started telling, Buhari, thank you for allowing, Mazi to bury his parents. But nobody actually called him there. Was he forced to come for the burial? Did anybody tell him? Why would he even make such a statement? I just thought he didn't say that. Because for him to open his mouth to tell Buhari, thank you for allowing Nnamdi Kanu to come and bury his parents, that's inled. That's an insult of the highest order. Nobody called him to come there. Nobody compelled him to come there. I also want to appreciate Barry Day, the only senator, the southeastern and the old eastern region have in the whole of Nigeria. That is the only senator that can stand up and tell the truth, at every point in time. I want to appreciate his presence there. And for what's his name, the Okowa of Delta State. Okowa is coming to cry that army people are aiding the Fulani herdsmen to kill people in his area. Why can't these people come together? Why can't they come together like they did in the West? They came together and have their own security outfit. These people, are they really Igbos? Because I don't see them as one. They are Igbos. They should protect the interest of their people. But I see these people to be Fulani people. That is the way I look at them, because the way they are going about it, the way they are acting and everything. These people are not Igbo. Igbo, like you rightly put it. These people are not Igbos. They are Fulani. They are mixed blood. That is why they are doing what they are doing. I feel that the problems we have, I don't know what we are going to do about these governors, because they are impediments. They are just the obstacle that is, on our way right now. I don't know what they are going to do about these people, but I don't foresee them coming together to discuss the interests of the people they are leading. I don't really know how they're going to do about what they're going to do about them, because they're a problem. They are big problems. And as soon as they do something about them, the better it's going to be, because they won't. I don't think they will ever come together to unite, to form, a security outfit. Like, our leader said, okay, that, the DSS is going to be for everybody. They better don't come up with any security outfit individually. That the DSS is going to be for everybody from South, whatever the South has, because your father gave that to you. He gave you a name, and somebody somewhere is coming to give you another name. And maybe, okay, subconsciously, you took that name, but your brother came back to you now and called you your name. This is what your father gave to you, our father gave to you. You are saying, no, it's that name that somebody else came to give you. Somebody came and called you a goat, and you have to, say, okay, my name, you are a goat. Your brother is saying you are not a goat, this is who you are, and you are still refusing it, that is not who you are. Is that name that somebody from outside called you? That is what you want to go back. This South, this Niger Delta, and all more sorts. I just thank God that the burial of our leader's parents was able to prove all these people wrong. That these people are the same, one, and they are just the same. No matter how you want to divide them, they are the same. Blood is thicker than water. You dividing them so that you can, beat them down, like you said, you beat them down to community, to house, and all that. At the end of the day, you beat them down. They stand individually so that you'll be able to conquer them. I don't think that's going to be the case anymore, because the burial has gone, to prove it that these people are one. Because people came from all walks of life, all parts of, Biafra land, were all represented there. So I really thank God for, what He made possible, because it's only Him that can do it. God is really marvelous, and I want to appreciate you for your good work with the Almighty God. Keep protecting you, keep keeping you, trusting you, and may He give our leader and his family the grace to bear this, irreparable loss. Thank you so very much, Mazi.
Thank you very much, Ada.
And have a wonderful day.
And you
All
too.
hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Thank you very much, and hopefully this is where we draw the curtain for this evening's segment. Make no mistake about it. We just want to go home. We could be good neighbors if we do this thing amicably. But you are still holding to the oil that does not belong to you. You are still holding on to the one Nigeria you know nothing about. May the Lord be with you. As I sign off from here, remain focused, remain Biafra, and God be with you.